please come inside, make yourself comfortable. I have a humble request. The round tables on the side, we request that you do not occupy them. Please stay centered between these two aisles here. And if you have your friends or people you know outside, please gather them back in. We will start in a minute.
Hello, our distinguished guests, family, and friends. Very good evening and warm welcome to all of you. Myself, Amitava, and she is Tapashi. We are Aishi's parents. We thank you all for joining us tonight to celebrate a monumental milestone of our lives, the Bharatanatyam Arangetram for our beloved daughter, Aishi. Aishi's dance journey began at the tender age of 3. Over the years, she has explored a vast and vibrant world of movements, immersing herself in Kathak, Rabindranritya, Bhangra, Garba, theatrical musicals, and everything from K-pop to hip-hop, ballet to Bollywood. However, among all these beautiful styles, Bharatanatyam became her true anchor, the base, the classical foundation that shaped her passion and discipline.
Tonight is the auspicious day she has worked so hard for and dreamt of. For the past 8+ years, Aishi has trained rigorously in this sacred art form. Balancing this demanding path with her schoolwork and multiple extracurricular activities across various communities hasn't been easy. Yet, through her sheer dedication, perseverance, and unwavering love for dance, she has reached this beautiful milestone. This milestone belongs equally to her guru, Srimati Rashmi Sudhindra, the artistic director of Navaranjita Performing Arts Center. Guru Rashmi, we express our deepest gratitude to you for shaping Aishi, instilling deep discipline, and passing down this sacred art with such love and patience.
We are also profoundly grateful to the incredible team of musicians from India who have composed the musical arrangements for our performance today. The melody and rhythm bring her movements to life. Their masterful composition truly elevate her performance tonight. To all our family and friends, many of you have traveled Your presence means the world to us. Your encouragement has been our strength throughout this journey for Aishi. As Aishi takes the stage as ascent this grand platform, we invite you all to immerse yourselves in the beauty of Bhava, Raga, and Tala. Please bless her with your love, applause, and encouragement. Thank you once again, and please enjoy the evening. With that, we would like to hand over to Dipti Garg, today's program MC for the evening. Welcome, Dipti. The stage is yours.
Thank you so much for the warm welcome. Namaste and a very good afternoon to everyone. There is an old Indian belief that before a temple is built, the land is first sanctified. Before music begins, silence prepares the heart. Before prayer begins, the mind is stilled. And before dance begins, gratitude takes its first step. Today, this auditorium becomes more than a performance venue. It becomes a sacred space where rhythm becomes language, movement becomes poetry, and devotion becomes visible. On behalf of the Chell and Majumdar families, it is my honor and privilege to welcome each of you to celebrate a truly special milestone, the Bharatanatyam Arangetram of Aishi Chell. Thank you for traveling from near and far to be here. Your presence today is a blessing for not only Aishi, but also for her family, her guru, and every person who has walked alongside her in this remarkable journey. Before we begin, I invite you to reflect on one of the most celebrated verses from Abhinaya Dharpana, a foundational text on Indian classical dance. It says, Yato hastas tato drishti, yato drishti tato manah, yato manah tato bhava, yato bhava tato rasa. Where the hands move, the eyes follow. Where the eyes go, the mind follows. Where the mind rests, emotion arises. Where emotion blossoms, aesthetic joy is experienced. This beautiful verse captures the essence of Bharatanatyam, that dance is just not merely a movement, it is a communication without words. Every glance has purpose, every gesture has meaning, every rhythm has intention, and every expression, it tells a story. And this afternoon, we have the privilege of witnessing all of these come together through the artistry of one young dancer. Now, what is an Arangetram? For those joining us for the very first time for a Bharatanatyam recital, you may be wondering what exactly an Arangetram is. The word comes from the Tamil words Arangu, which means the stage, Atram, which means ascent. Quite literally, that's the meaning, ascending the stage. But an Arangetram is far more than a debut performance. It represents years of discipline, thousands of hours of practice, and endless repetitions, blisters, corrections, moments of frustration, moments of triumph. Above all, an unwavering commitment between the guru and the disciple. In the traditional Guru Shishya Parampara, the Arangetram is not considered graduation. Rather, it signifies that the students has acquired the foundation to begin an independent artistic journey. In many ways, today is not the end. It is a beautiful beginning. And with that, and before we proceed to this beautiful repertoire for this afternoon, I would like to remind you of some of the housekeeping rules. Before we begin today's performance, may I request that your assistance be for a few simple housekeeping reminders. Kindly place all mobile phones and smart devices on silent mode. We request that flash photography be avoided during the performance as it can distract both the dancer and us audience as well. If you need to leave the auditorium, we kindly request that you do so between items, so as she exits, or when she's taking a break, that is when we request that you open the door, move in or out. And I also request that you do not occupy the side round tables. Those are the dinner tables. Please be seated in the front two aisles here. And the biggest housekeeping rule is please do not hesitate to cheer and loud claps, have loud claps for Aishi for every performance. It takes a lot to get up here and perform an entire Margam for about 2.5 hours. So we should cheer her and give her all the positive vibes that we can. All right, let's introduce and learn a little bit about Aishi, the young artist whose journey begins together with us today. Aishi Chell is an incoming freshman at the Indiana University's Kelley School of Business, where she will study finance as a member of the Hutton Honors College. Throughout high school, she excelled in the drum major of the South Brunswick Viking Marching Band, captained her school's Temptation Bollywood team, competed with the Bhangra team, distinguished herself with the DECA, FBLA, and the HUSA competitions. Yet, through all these accomplishments, Bharatanatyam has remained her constant passion, a journey that began in the fourth grade and has now culminated into today's beautiful Arangetram after 9 years of dedication. Can we please give a huge round of applause for Aishi Chell? We are all set to begin a beautiful evening. But before we always start, as our Indian tradition goes, we need to seek the blessings of the Lord Almighty. Who else but none other than Vignaharaka, the one who is going to remove all the obstacles and bless us with abundance, Lord Ganesha. May I request Rashmi's Guru, Srimati Rashmi Sudhindra, to please come on stage and with her beautiful voice, invoke Lord Ganesha's blessings for us.
अभीष्टवरद श्रीमहागणपते अभीष्टवरद श्रीमहागणपते अभीष्टवरद श्रीमहागणपते अभीष्टवरद श्रीमहागणपते आगमवेदाद्यन्तरहितपदे अभीष्ट वरद श्रीमहागणपते कपीन्द्र रविविनुता कपीन्द्र रविविनुता कपीन्द्र रविविनुता कनकमया दिव्य कपीन्द्र रविविनुता कनकमया दिव्य चरणकमलमुना नम्मितिनी चरणकमलमुना नम्मितिनी अभीष्ट वरद श्रीमहागणपते मुक्तिमार्ग मुनकुमोदधि दैवमुनि शक्ति सोमुखतो भक्तुलवारिकी मुक्तिमार्ग मुनकुमोदधि दैवमुनि शक्ति सोमुखतो భక్తుల వారికి సిద్ధి బుద్ధివరా సిద్ధి బుద్ధివరా ఆ సిద్ధి బుద్ధివరా ఫలములో సగే సిద్ధి బుద్ధివరా ఫలములో సగే సద్గురు శ్రీ త్యాగ రాజు పొగడిన సద్గురు శ్రీ త్యాగ రాజు పొగడిన అభీష్ట వరద శ్రీ మహా గణపతే ఆగమ వేదాద్యంత రహిత పదే అభీష్ట వరద శ్రీ మహా గణపతే
Such a divine voice and what a beautiful rendition. Thank you, Srimati Rashmi Sudhindra. And with that, and with Lord Ganesha's blessing and with Lord Nataraja's blessings here, let's begin today's Margam. Aishi Chell's Arangetram begins. Let's give a huge round of applause and send all the positive vibes in the green room for Aishi. Yes, thank you. Our first item this evening is the Pushpanjali and the Ganesha Sloka. Every auspicious beginning in Indian tradition starts with reverence. The recital opens with Pushpanjali, an offering of flowers through dance. In this opening piece, Aishi offers her salutations to Lord Nataraja, the Guru, and the musicians who have put together all the music for her, and to all of you who are gathered here. It is followed by the Ganesha Sloka, invoking Lord Ganesha, the remover of obstacles, so that the recital may unfold with grace and auspiciousness. Please welcome Aishi as she begins her artistic journey with Pushpanjali and Ganesha Shloka.
tam 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 takita takadimita hatinuri tarum takita darita 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 tam tam takita takadimita hatinuri தரும் தக்கிட்ட தரிதாம் தித்தம் தாம் கிட்ட தக தை தத்தை தை கிட்ட தக தாம் தித்தாம் தாம் கிட்ட தக தை தத்தை தை கிட்ட தக தத்தி தீனு தஜம் தரி கிட்ட ஜம் தக தி தீனு தஜம் தரி கிட்ட தத்தி தீனு தஜம் தரி கிட்ட ஜம் தக தி தீனு தஜம் தரி கிட்ட தாக்கு தனக்கு ஜம் தனக்கு கிணக்கு ஜம் கணக்கு ஜம் கஜம் தகுந்தரி கிட்ட தாக்கு தனக்கு ஜம் தனக்கு கிணக்கு ஜம் கணக்கு ஜம் கஜம் தகுந்தரி கிட்ட தாக்கு தனக்கு ஜம் தனக்கு கிணக்கு ஜம் கணக்கு ஜம் கஜம் தகுந்தரி கிட்ட தக தாக்கு தனக்கு ஜம் தனக்கு கிணக்கு ஜம் கணக்கு ஜம் கஜம் தகுந்தரி கிட்ட தகதனே குதிமித்தம் ததிங்கிணto 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 தகதனே குதிமித்தம் ததிங்கிணto 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 தகதனே குதிமித்தம் ததிங்கிணto 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 மூஷிக வாகன மோதக ಹಸ್ತ ಚಾಮರ ಕರುಣ ವಿಳಂಬಿತ ಸೂತ್ರ ವಾಮನ ರೂಪ ಮಹೇಶ್ವರ ಪುತ್ರ ವಿಘ್ನ ವಿನಾಶಕ ಪಾದ ನಮಸ್ತೆ 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 ನಮಃ ಮೂಷಿಕ ವಾಹನ ಮೋದಕ ಹಸ್ತ ಚಾಮರ ಕರುಣ ವಿಳಂಬಿತ ಸೂತ್ರ ವಾಮನ ರೂಪ ಮಹೇಶ್ವರ ಪುತ್ರ ವಿಘ್ನ ವಿನಾಶಕ ಪಾದ ನಮಸ್ತೆ ನಮಃ ಮೂಷಿಕ ವಾಹನ ಮೋದಕ ಹಸ್ತ ಚಾಮರ ಕರುಣ ವಿಳಂಬಿತ ಸೂತ್ರ ವಾಮನ ರೂಪ ಮಹೇಶ್ವರ ಪುತ್ರ ವಿಘ್ನ ವಿನಾಶಕ ಪಾದ ನಮಸ್ತೆ ನಮಃ ತಾಂ 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 ತಕಿಟ ತಕ್ಕ ದಿಮಿತ ಕತಿನುರಿ ತರು ತಕಿಟ ದರಿ ತಾಂ 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 ತಕಿಟ ತಕ್ಕ ದಿಮಿತ ಕತಿನುರಿ ತರು ತಕಿಟ ದರಿ ತಾಂ.
Mike was refusing to turn back on. Perhaps it just wants me to go away and have Aishi be here the whole time. Wasn't that a very beautiful welcome? Pushpanjali and Ganesha Stuti. Yes. Just as the first lamp lit in a temple dispels darkness, Pushpanjali has sanctified our stage and invited the divine blessings upon this reciter. Having offered our salutations to the divine, to the Guru, and to all of you, dear audience, we now begin the dancer's technical journey through the Margam. If Pushpanjali was a prayer, the next piece is an awakening. We will now present Alaripu in Khanda Jati, set of 5. The word Alaripu comes from the Tamil word meaning to blossom. Imagine watching a lotus flower at sunrise. Its petals do not just burst open all at once, one by one, they unfold. That is exactly what happens in an alaripu. The eyes awaken, the neck begins to move, The shoulders follow, the arms open gracefully. Finally, the entire body comes alive through rhythm. Unlike many of the items that follow, there is no story in an alaripu, no dramatic expressions. Instead, this is pure nritta, or the joyous celebration of rhythm, geometry, balance, and movement. Today's Alaripu is set in Khanda Chapu Tala, a rhythmic cycle of 5 beats. Unlike the familiar cycles of 4 or 8, this asymmetrical pattern creates a delightful challenge for the dancer, demanding precision, concentration, and an unwavering sense of rhythm. As you watch, you will also notice the remarkable symmetry of movements and the crispness of the footwork and the effortlessness in the way rhythm transforms into visual art. Please welcome Aishi back on stage for Khanda Alaripu.
Dling, kidatakatarikidatum, ta, tay, tay, ta, ta, tum, kidatakata, tay, tay, dling, kidatakatarikidatum, ta, ta, tum, kidatakatay, ta, tay, kidatakatum, ta, ta, 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 kidatakatay, tattai kedagatam kedagatai tattai kedagatam tan kedagatai tai 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 tan tan kedagatai tai 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 kedagatam tan kedagatai tai 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 kedagatai tai 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 kedagatam tan kedagatai tai 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 tan tan kedagatam tan kedagatai tai 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 tan tan kedagatai tai 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 kedagatam tan kedagatai tai 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 tan tan kedagatai tai 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 kedagatam tan kedagatai tai 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 Tantan kirdaga tai 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 kirdaga tantan kirdaga tai 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 tantan kirdaga tai 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 tantan kirdaga tai 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 tantan kirdaga tai 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 tantan kirdaga tai 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 tantan kirdaga tai 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 tantan kirdaga tai 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 tam đất ta cây ta ta ka tai ta tai cây ta ta ka tum đất ta cây ta ta ka tai ta tai cây ta ta ka tum đất cây ta ta ka tai ta tai cây ta ta ka tum đất cây ta ta ka tai ta tai cây ta ta ka tum đất ta cây ta ta ka tai ta tai cây ta ta ka tum đất ta cây ta ta ka tai tattai kirdaga tantan kirdaga tai 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 kirdaga tantan kirdaga tai 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 tantan tai 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 kirdaga tantan kirdaga tai 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 tantan kirdaga tai 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 kirdaga tantan kirdaga tai 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 tantan kirdaga tai 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 kirdaga tantan kirdaga tai 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 kirdaga tantan kirdaga tai 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 tantan kirdaga tai 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 kirdaga tantan kirdaga tai 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 tantan kirdaga tai 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 kirdaga tantan kirdaga tai 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 tantan kirdaga tai 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 kirdaga tantan kirdaga tai 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 tantan kirdaga tai 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 tam tam kedadaga tai 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 tam tam kedadaga tai 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 kedadaga tam tam kedadaga tai 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 tam tam kedadaga tai 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 kedadaga tam tam kedadaga tai 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 tam tam kedadaga tai 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 kedadaga tam tam kedadaga tai 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 tam tam kedadaga tai 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 kedadaga tam tam kedadaga tai 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 tam tam kedadaga tai 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 tam tam kedadaga tai 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 tam tam kedadaga tai 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 kedadaga tam tam kedadaga tai 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 tam tam kedadaga tai 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 kedadaga tam tam kedadaga tai 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 tom dat kita taka tai ta tai kita taka tom dat kita taka tai ta tai kita taka tom dat kedadaga tai ta tai kedadaga tom dat kedadaga tai tattai kadagatam datta kadagatai tattai kadagatam datta kadagatai tattai kadagatam tan kadagatai tai 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 kadagatam tan kadagatai tai 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 tam tan kadagatai tai 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 kadagatam tan kadagatai tai 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 tam tan kadagatai tai 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 kadagatam tan kadagatai tai 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 tam tan kadagatai tai 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 kadagatam tan kadagatai tai 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 tam tan kadagatai tai 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 ram tan kadagatai tai 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 tam tam kedadaga tai 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 kedadaga tam tam kedadaga tai 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 tam tam kedadaga tai 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 kedadaga tam tam kedadaga tai 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 tam tam kedadaga tai 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 kedadaga tam tam kedadaga tai 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 tam tam kedadaga tai 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 kedadaga tam tam kedadaga tai 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 ta hatta jum ta jum ta chakka ta tai ta tikka jum ta ka ta tikka jum ta ka tikko kedadaga tarikida jum ta dat ta kitta takka takka dharged dharged takka dat 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 takka dharged dharged takka thallang kedadaga tarikidum ta tai tai da tattom kedadaga da tattai da tattom kedadaga da.
Wasn't that a very energetic performance? And I'll tell you this, Khanda Chapu or the Khanda set of 5 counts is not an easy flow. So imagine having to catch up with the math. It's a lot of mental math. And of course, now she's going to study finance. So this must be a cakewalk for her. But for most of us, especially me, following anything with complex rhythmic patterns is difficult. And it takes a lot of hand, eye, footwork, coordination, and being able to mentally recall and understand how far to go, right? So that's incredible, very beautiful, and a very energetic presentation, Aishi. Well, Alaripu awakened the body, and now the recital begins to awaken the heart. Until now, we have witnessed primarily Nritta, pure dance. The next item gently introduces Nritya, where melody, poetry, and expression come together to tell a devotional story. One of the extraordinary qualities of a Bharatanatyam dancer is that it speaks 2 languages simultaneously. The first is the language of the rhythm. It is mathematical, precise, and exhilarating. The second is the language of emotion. Without speaking a single word, a dancer can portray a mother comforting a child, a devotee offering a prayer, a king commanding an army, or a playful young Krishna stealing butter. Every eyebrow, every glance, every smile, every subtle movement of the fingers carries a meaning. This expressive storytelling is called abhinaya. It is often said that while the feet keep time, the face tell the story. Our next presentation is that which beautifully brings together both of these words. We will now offer Vishnu Stuti Swara Gita. Our next presentation is a devotional offering to Lord Vishnu, the preserver and the protector of the universe. This composition is called Swara Gita, a form that beautifully combines the swaras or the musical notes with sahitya, the lyrical symmetry, allowing melody and meaning to move together into one. The verses paint a magnificent picture of Vishnu. He reclines peacefully upon the celestial serpent Adishesha. From his navel blossoms the lotus from which creation itself begins. His complexion is likened to a dark rain cloud, symbolizing life giving abundance. His compassionate eyes resemble blooming lotus flowers. Beside him is Goddess Lakshmi, the embodiment of prosperity, grace, and compassion. The hymn reminds us that while the world around us constantly changes, Vishnu remains the eternal source of stability, protection, and hope. As Aishi interprets this hymn through expressive storytelling, notice how gestures transform the sacred poetry into living imagery. These are movements where footwork becomes sculpture, moments where expression becomes prayer, and the moments where silence itself speaks. Please enjoy Vishnu Stuti's Swara Gita and welcome Aishi with a huge round of applause.
na 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 sa 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 ri ga ri sa ni ni re sa ni da pa da pa ma ga ri ni sa re ga ma pa re 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 sa ni sa ni da pa da ni pa pa da ni ga 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 ri sa ni da sa sa ri ga ri sa ni re sa ni da pa ma ga ri ni sa re ga ma pa re 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 sa ni da da pa da ni pa da ni ga 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 ri sa ni da sa sa ri ga ri sa ni re sa ni da pa ma ga ri ni sa re ga ma pa re 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 sa ni da pa da ni pa da ni ga 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 ri sa ni da sa sa ri ga ri sa ni re sa ni da pa ma ga ri ni sa re ga ma pa re 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 sa ni da pa da ni pa da ni ga ga ri sa ni da sa ri ga ri re sa ni pa da ni pa da ma ga ma pa da ni sa ri ga ri re sa ni pa da ni pa da ma ga ma pa da ni sa ri ga ri re sa ni pa da ni pa da ma ga ma pa da ni sa ri ga ri re sa ni pa da ni pa da ma ga ma pa da ni sa ri ga ri re sa ni pa da ni pa da ma ga ma pa da ni sa ri ga ri re sa ni pa da ni pa da ma ga ma pa da ni ga ri sa ni da ni da pa ma pa da ni sa ni da ni da pa da pa ma ga ma pa da ni ga ri sa ni da ri sa ni da ga ri sa ni da pa da ri sa ni da pa ri sa ni da pa ri sa ni da pa da ni sa ni da pa ma sa ni da pa ma sa ni da pa ma pa da sa ni da ri sa ni da ni pa da ni sa ni da pa ma ga ri sa ni da pa sa ni da pa ma ga ma pa da ni da pa da ni sa ni ga ri sa ni da pa ga ma pa da ni sa भुजगशयनम् पद्मनाभम् सुरेशम् विश्वाकारम् गगनसदृशम् मेघवर्णम् शुभाङ्गम् शान्तकारम् भुजगशयनम् पद्मनाभम् सुरेशम् विश्वाकारम् गगनसदृशम् मेघवर्णम् शुभाङ्गम् लक्ष्मीकान्तम् कमलनयनम् योगिहृद्यान गम्यम् वन्दे विष्णुं भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथम् लक्ष्मीकान्तम् कमलनयनम् योगी हृद्यानगम्यम् वन्दे विष्णु वन्दे विष्णु भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथं सर्वलोकैकनाथं सर्वलोकैकनाथम्
Wasn't that divine? A huge round of applause for Aishi for this. The music was exhilarating. It brought in calmness, joy, and also got our hearts racing because of how beautiful raga and the percussion accompanying this beautiful stuti was. So that was a very divine experience. Well, the first section of the Margam has now gently guided us from invocation to rhythm to devotion. While Aishi prepares for the next segment of today's recital, we have an opportunity to hear from some of the people who have shared her journey beyond the dance studio. Friendships formed through childhood often become the quiet pillars of encouragement behind milestones such as today's Arangetram. And this day being the Friendship Day, it is a pleasure to invite Aishi's friends to share a few words and memories. I would like to call upon Devna, Siri, Isha, and Ritika on the stage, please. You can adjust.
Hi, everybody. For those of you who don't know me, my name is City, and I've been best friends with Aishi since 7th grade. We first became close by meeting each other in a random breakout room that we were assigned, and our friendship quickly grew into 24-hour long FaceTime calls. I mean, we didn't have much else to do in the pandemic, you know. and we were playing Roblox and matching up all the time. But regardless of all of this, Aishi has been someone I can count on to cheer me up, regardless of the situation over all these years. Even if she's upset with something herself, I know that I can call her whenever, and that when I call her, I'll leave that call laughing. Another thing about Aishi that I really, really admire about her is her ability to connect with pretty much every single person she talks to. I mean, you guys all know Aishi. Whenever you have a conversation with her, she never fails to make you feel like the most special person in the room, and she always makes sure others are feeling happy and joyful whenever they talk to her. I mean, Aishi's such a bubbly and energetic person, you know that. And a other thing and I wanted to mention about her is her ambition and passion for everything she does. Even if Aishi is doing things at the last minute, which she pretty much always is, she always makes sure that the final product is something not just not something that just meets the expectations, but that exceeds them. She puts in her work into everything she does and makes sure everything that comes out of it is extraordinary. Dance wise, Aishi is one of the most naturally inclined people I know. She has an ear and a passion for the music and rhythm that just makes her such a beautiful person to watch on stage. As someone who also does Bharatanatyam, I can say that Aishi is really an exceptional dancer in the way that she engages with the audience. She probably looked at every single one of you while she was dancing these last three songs, and she really makes sure to bring the audience as part of her on her journey through Bharatanatyam. Anyways, I don't want to talk for too long, so I'll end this speech by saying that Aishi never fails to make me feel proud and inspired, not just because of her commitment to Bharatanatyam, but also because of her dependable and loving personality. Aishi, I'm so, so proud of you, and I'm so glad that you are achieving this milestone today. Thank you.
Hi everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Ritika and I met Aishi in ninth grade. A lot of you probably know her as someone who is outgoing and extroverted. And while that's also true, the side of Aishi that I've been lucky enough to know is someone who's incredibly kind, thoughtful, and is always a genuine friend whenever you need her. She's the kind of person that can brighten your day without even trying, and you can always count on her to make you laugh. Even when she was opening ChatGPT and typing, "Can you make this sound like I actually read the book?" She has still grown into the most ambitious and dedicated person I know. I'm so grateful for all the memories that we've shared. From playing with our dogs to staying up at sleepovers, I can't wait to keep adding to the list of memories we've been making. Even though you're going so far away for college, Aishi, you'll always remain close in my heart and in our friendship. I knew Aishi was truly committed to this Arangetram when she willingly postponed watching the new Spider-Man movie to practice dance instead. And if you know Aishi, you know that was a huge sacrifice. But that's exactly who she is. When she sets her mind to something, she gives it everything she has. Aishi's determination, self-discipline, and drive are just a few qualities that make her so inspiring to those around her, including me. I couldn't be prouder of everything she's accomplished, and I know this is only the beginning of the things she will achieve. Congratulations, Aishi. I hope you look back on this day with pride and remember it as one of the most rewarding and well deserved moments of your life. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. For those who don't know me, I'm Devna, and I have the pleasure of being one of Aishi's best friends. Aishi is genuinely one of the most outgoing, lovable, energetic, intelligent, and beautiful people I know. It's crazy to see how much we've grown together over the past 4 years we've known each other. Aishi always knows how to make everyone smile with her funny jokes and is the most loyal and compassionate friend anyone could ask for. Aishi could honestly walk into a room of 40 strangers and come out with at least 20 friends after a few conversations. This ability of hers, her sociability, and eagerness to engage with others is truly one of her most admirable qualities. I hope Ayu Kelly is ready for Aishi to take over and flourish, but I will never be ready to be 692 miles away from her next year. Aishi is also never afraid to try new things and always pushes herself to produce the best efforts possible. Although she can procrastinate at times, she never fails to put 1,000% effort into everything she does and always comes through with flawless execution in the end and with the biggest smile on her face. However, I can wholeheartedly say that my favorite version of Aishi is when she is dancing. Me and Aishi have gotten so much closer through dance, whether it's performing together at Sweet 16s, in Temptation at our school, or learning TikTok dances. I will always admire her elegance and energy as a dancer. As we've seen today and will continue to see, Aishi is such an incredible performer and creates such an alluring effect with her dancing. Her smile and beautiful expressions truly showcase how much love she has for the art form. I know that Aishi will continue putting on extraordinary performances for many, many years to come, and this is just the start. Aishi, I am so incredibly proud of you for finally completing your Arangetram, and I am so excited for the many years of memories, dances, and laughter we have ahead of us. Remember that in every situation, you'll always have your biggest cheerleader yelling for you and smiling. Love you forever and ever. Thank you.
Hi, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Isha, and I've had the privilege of knowing Aishi since freshman year. However, I only got extremely close with her this year, and I can confidently say that anyone who's friends with Aishi are truly lucky. Aishi's the type of person who will drop everything for the people she loves. She always shows up for everyone and is genuinely a ray of sunshine. She's so outgoing and the type of person who could make friends with quite literally anyone that she sees. But besides being energetic and friendly, Aishi is so much more than that. She's incredibly driven and the most ambitious person I know. She always strives to do the best, and even though she tends to procrastinate everything, she never fails to put 100% into everything she does. Somehow, she's always asleep or on FaceTime with us, but still has the time to get all her work done and put a lot of effort into all her extracurriculars. She works really hard in school and she puts so much effort into everything she does. Aishi is easily one of the most hardworking people I know, and today marks another huge milestone in her life. She's the funniest person you will meet. She genuinely makes the most mundane moments seem so fun and exciting. And she's someone who finds the positive in absolutely every situation possible. She's always there to help everybody in need, and she pours her soul into everything that she does. I'm so grateful to have you in my life, Aishi, and there is truly no one I would rather spend the next 4 years of my life with at college. I wish you all the best, and I'm so proud of you for completing your Bharatanatyam Arangetram. Congrats to my absolute best friend. Thank you.
Rishita, one of Aishi's friend, was not able to join us in person today, but she has very lovingly and very kindly sent a very warm note for Aishi. May I request the audio support, Arindamji, if you could please play that.
Hi everyone, my name is Rashita, and I'm one of Aishi's best friends. I'm in India right now, so I unfortunately couldn't make it to Aishi's Arangetram. I'm really upset that I couldn't be there for her big day, but I still wanted to say a little something for one of the most important people in my life. I've known Aishi since middle school, so I've been beyond lucky to have her by my side for the past 7 years. While we always joke about her being the type B to my type A, I knew that no matter what, she would pull it together and put on such an incredible performance tonight. Aishi, I'm so proud of you, and I truly don't know what I'll do without you, being only 10 minutes away. There's no one else who knows how to put a smile on my face within a minute, and although you're going to be 15 hours away now, I know you'll still do the same all the way from Indiana. I've been lucky enough to see you succeed, thrive, and grow into such a beautiful, ambitious, and mature woman, and I'm so excited to see everything you do at IU and beyond. I can't wait to answer your late night FaceTimes as you inevitably continue to submit your assignments at 11:59 p.m. Although it stresses me out, it's one of the things I'll miss the most about you. You'll always be my shoulder to lean on, and I love you so much. Congratulations, Aishi.
Thank you, Aishi's dear friends, for those heartfelt words. The stories shared remind us that while Arangetam celebrates artistic achievement, it also celebrates friendship, family, laughter, and countless relationships that make this joyous journey so meaningful. As Aishi returns to stage, we now move on to one of the most beloved composition of all Carnatic music, a song that has charmed audiences for generations. Our next item in the Margam is Krishna Ni Begane Baro. There are countless songs composed in praise of Lord Krishna. Some celebrate him as the supreme deity, others as the wise teacher of the Bhagavad Gita, but perhaps the most endearing are those that celebrate him as simply a mischievous little child. Composed by the great saint Sri Vyasatirtha, Krishna Ni Begane Baro is one such masterpiece, a tender invitation that simply says, Krishna, would you please come quickly? Here, the devotee eagerly imagines a little boy approaching, his tiny anklets jingling, his golden silk garments shimmering, his peacock feather dancing in the breeze, the Vaijayanti garland adorning his chest, the flute resting gently in his hand. But this is no ordinary child. He is playful enough to disappear the moment his mother looks away, curious enough to taste handfuls of sand, yet divine enough to reveal the entire universe in his tiny little mouth. This afternoon, Aishi brings these cherished moments very vividly through life, through two delightful sancharis or the narrative episodes. Before we actually dwell in, I wanted to bring your attention to what and how the Bhagavad Gita says that the Lord responds to every devotee. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam tatsaiva bhajamyaham. Mama vartmantu vartante manushya partha sarvasha. It means that as people approach me, so do I receive them. Everyone follows my path in one way or the other. This beautifully complements the devotee's loving invitation to Krishna Nibegane Baro. We will now dwell into the sancharis or the storytelling sequences that Aishi will show us through this song. The first one is that of the mother Yashoda, who lovingly dresses Krishna only to discover that the little prankster has vanished before she can return. In the second Sanchari or the narrative sequence, Krishna's innocent game in the sand leads to one of the most profound revelations in Hindu history. When questioned by his mother, he opens his mouth, and within it beholds the entire cosmos, revealing that the mischievous child she cradles is none other than the Lord of the universe. As you watch, allow yourself to smile, for every parent recognizes the curiosity of a child, and every devotee recognizes the divinity hidden within that child. Please welcome Krishna Nibegane Baro and welcome Aishi back on stage with a huge round of applause.
कस्तूरी तिलकम् ललाटे वक्षस्थले कौस्तुभम् कस्तूरी तिलकम् ललाट फलके वक्षस्थले कौस्तुभम् नासाग्रे नवमौक्तिकम् करतले वेणुम् करे कङ्कणम् नासाग्रे नवमौक्तिकम् करतले वेणुम् करे कङ्कणम् सर्वाङ्गे हरिचन्दनञ्च कलयम् कण्ठे च मुक्तावलिम् सर्वाङ्गे हरि चन्दनञ्च कलयं कण्ठे च मुक्तावलिम् गोपस्त्री 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 परिवेष्टितो विजयते गोपाल चूडामणि गोपस्त्री परिवेष्टितो विजयते गोपाल 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 चूडामणि गोपाल चूडामणि कृष्ण 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 कृष्णानी बेगनी बारो कृष्णानी बेगनी बारो कृष्णानी बेगनी बारो 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 कृष्णानी बेगनी बारो 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 ಕೃಷ್ಣನಿ ಬೇಗನೆ ಬಾರೋ ಬಾರೋ ಕೃಷ್ಣನಿ ಬೇಗನೆ ಬಾರೋ ಕೃಷ್ಣನಿ ಬೇಗನೆ ಬಾರೋ 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 ಕೃಷ್ಣನಿ ಬೇಗನೆ ಬಾರೋ ಕೃಷ್ಣನಿ ಬೇಗನೆ ಬಾರೋ ಕೃಷ್ಣನಿ ಬೇಗನೆ ಬಾರೋ ಬೇಗನೆ ಬಾರೋ ನೀ ಮುಖವನ್ನೇ ತೋರೋ 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 ಕೃಷ್ಣನಿ ಬೇಗನೆ ಬಾರೋ 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 ಕಾಶಿ ಪೀತಾಂಬರ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಳಲು ಕಾಶಿ ಪೀತಾಂಬರ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಳಲು ಕುಸಿದ ಶ್ರೀಗಂಧ ಮೈಯೆಲ್ಲ ಘಮ ಘಮ ಕುಸಿದ ಶ್ರೀಗಂಧ ಮೈಯೆಲ್ಲ ಘಮ ಘಮ ಕೃಷ್ಣನಿ ಬೇಗನೆ ಬಾರೋ 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 ಕಾಲಂದೂಗೆ ಗೆಜ್ಜೆ ನೀಲದ ಬಾವುಲಿ ಕಾಲಂದೂಗೆ ಗೆಜ್ಜೆ ನೀಲದ ಬಾವುಲಿ ನೀಲವರ್ಣನೆ ನಾಟ್ಯ ಆಡುತ್ತ ಬಾರೋ ನೀಲವರ್ಣನೆ ನಾಟ್ಯ ಆಡುತ್ತ ಬಾರೋ ನೀಲವರ್ಣನೆ ನಾಟ್ಯ ಆಡುತ್ತ ಬಾರೋ ಕೃಷ್ಣನಿ ಬೇಗನೆ ಬಾರೋ ಕೃಷ್ಣನಿ ಬೇಗನೆ ಬಾರೋ ಉಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಉಡುಗೆ ಬೆರಳಲ್ಲಿ ಉಂಗುರ कृष्णानि वेगनि बारो 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 ತಾಯಿಗೆ ಬಾಯಲಿ ಜಗಮಾನೆ ತೋರಿದ ತಾಯಿಗೆ ಬಾಯಲಿ ಜಗಮಾನೆ ತೋರಿದ ತಾಯಿಗೆ ಬಾಯಲಿ ಜಗಮಾನೆ ತೋರಿದ ತಾಯಿಗೆ ಬಾಯಲ್ಲಿ ಜಗವಾಗಿ ತೋರಿದ ತಾಯಿಗೆ ಬಾಯಲ್ಲಿ ಜಗವಾಗಿ ತೋರಿದ ತಾಯಿಗೆ ಬಾಯಲ್ಲಿ ಜಗವಾಗಿ ತೋರಿದ ತಾಯಿಗೆ ಬಾಯಲ್ಲಿ ಜಗವಾಗಿ ತೋರಿದ ತಾಯಿಗೆ ಬಾಯಲ್ಲಿ ಜಗವನ್ನೇ ತೋರಿದ ತಾಯಿಗೆ ಬಾಯಲ್ಲಿ ಜಗವನ್ನೇ ತೋರಿದ ಜಗದೂತಾರಕ ನಮ್ಮ ಉಡುಪಿ ಶ್ರೀಕೃಷ್ಣ ಜಗದೂತಾರಕ ನಮ್ಮ ಉಡುಪಿ ಶ್ರೀಕೃಷ್ಣ ಕೃಷ್ಣನೇ ಬೇಗನೆ ಬಾರೋ 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 ಕೃಷ್ಣನೇ ಬೇಗನೆ ಬಾರೋ ಕೃಷ್ಣನೇ ಬೇಗನೆ ಬಾರೋ ಬಾರೋ
Krishna in Bhagavad Gita said, Sarva dharman paritajya mamekam sharanam praja. It means, Abandon all other paths and take refuge in me alone. I shall liberate you from all sin and do not grieve. Really, that one sequence where the mother is in duality, right? As an instinct, her motherly feeling is to caress, to show tough love when necessary, to show love and that kindness and warmth and to nurture, nourish this young child, while at the same time, she comes and becomes aware that her child is none other than Lord Sri Krishna, Vishnu, the savior of this entire universe himself. So that must be this Gita shloka just came to my mind when I thought about it and thought, you know, um, that's really how beautiful life is. We are looking for solace in many different materialistic ways. We are looking, we all experience highs and lows in our life, and we seek that comfort in outside, right? In the materialistic pleasures of life. While Krishna in Bhagavad Gita says, Mamekam Sharanam Raja, you come to me, I'll give you the peace that'll truly mean peace. That is a lasting peace. It's not a momentary joy. Like if I'm hungry, I might eat a nice jamun, and that might give me momentary relief. But I will become hungry again, right? And I'll crave for another jamun. And this vicious cycle goes on and on and on, unless I find what truly gives me joy is in surrendering. So this Krishna ni begane baro is, while the lyrics and the symbolic meaning is very mother and child kind of love, the inner meaning of this is very profound. And Aishi, you actually performed this so beautifully, very easily and seamlessly navigating and switching between that of mom and the child. As a mother, she showed how to express kindness, love, devotion. And as a child, she was quickly able to switch it to a naughty, playful young thing that just wants to have fun. So this was very, very beautiful and very, very delightfully presented, Aishi. All right. After this delightful portrayal of our beloved Krishna, we move to a very pivotal segment of today's Margam. One of the remarkable aspects of Bharatanatyam is its ability to prove effort, to move effortlessly between joy and devotion, between playfulness and profound philosophy. A few moments ago, we smiled at the antics of little Krishna. Now, we prepare for the artistic summit of this recital, the Varnam. Every mountain has a peak, every symphony has a crescendo, every Bharatanatyam Margam at its heart, and at its heart has the Varnam. If the earlier pieces introduce the dancer, the Varnam reveals the artist. It is the longest, most demanding, and the most complete composition in the entire Margam. Here, the dancer must demonstrate everything she has spent years learning: precision in rhythm, grace in movement, control of stamina, expressive storytelling, musical understanding, emotional maturity, and perhaps more importantly, the ability to sustain all of these seamlessly for an extended period. Let me remind you, that is a Varnam for close to half hour, and she's going to rock it. The Varnam is a dialogue between rhythm and melody. It is the dialogue between the dancer and the music, between the devotee and the divine. And as Rasikas, this is the moment to settle in, to immerse ourselves, and allow the artistry to unfold. We are now going to present Varnam, Mate Malaya Dhvaja. In today's Varnam, Mate Malaya Dhvaja is a magnificent tribute to Goddess Meenakshi, the beloved queen of Madurai, and one of the most revered forms of the Divine Mother. The composition addresses her with deep reverence. Mate Malaya Dhvaja Pandya Sanjate. O Mother, born as the daughter of King Malayadhwaja. She is praised as Shankari, the consort of Shiva, Chamundeshwari, the destroyer of evil, and the compassionate mother of Ganesha and Murugan. Through this Varnam, Aishi will bring to life two compelling episodes from the goddess's story. The first Sanchari, or the narrative sequence, is that of the birth of Meenakshi. King Malayadhwaja longed for a child and performed a sacred fire ritual. From the sacrificial flames emerged a radiant young girl. Yet there was a mystery. The child possessed three breasts. As the king wondered about this divine sign, a heavenly voice declared that the third breast would disappear when she met her desired husband. The princess grew into a fearless warrior, conquering kingdoms with unmatched courage and strength. At last, when she encountered Lord Shiva, the prophecy came true. Her third breast vanished instantly, and the warrior princess recognized her divine destiny. This sacred union became one of Hinduism's most celebrated divine marriages, and together they became the parents of Ganesha and Murugan. That was the first storytelling sequence. And the second one, or the second Sanchari, is that of the Mahishasura Mardhini. The second episode celebrates triumph of good over evil. The arrogant demon Mahishasura, believing no woman could defeat him, terrorized the world. The gods appealed to the Divine Mother. She appeared as the magnificent goddess Durga, radiant yet fierce, seated upon her lion. When Mahishasura demanded that she marry him, she calmly accepted one condition. First, defeat me in the battle. What followed was an epic confrontation. The demon changed forms repeatedly, finally assuming the shape of a mighty buffalo. Yet the goddess remained fearless. With her divine trident, she struck down Mahishasura, restoring peace to the world and reminding us that humanity, that righteousness ultimately prevails over arrogance and injustice. As you watch this Varnam, observe how effortlessly Aishi alternates between dazzling rhythmic passages and expressive storytelling. Notice how moments of rigorous footwork are followed by serene overshadows emotional depth. This balance of nritta and abhinaya is what makes the Varnam the crown jewel of Bharatanatyam. Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy this artistic centerpiece of this afternoon, the Varnam, Mate Malayadhwaja Pandya Sanjate. And welcome Aishi with a huge round of applause. And to everybody who's outside, I'm not sure you can hear me. Thank you, Dad. Yes. And the reason why we give so much weightage to the Varnam is let's just reflect upon, and I'm just going to grab some time for myself and revel in this beautiful moment here while Dad brings everyone in. Just understand and contemplate the situation. We have a very young dancer. You know, it's not us adults, right, who have experienced life to some extent. This is young kid aspiring to go to college, all of just about 17, 18, 19 of years of age. She has learned this varnam, just one item amongst the thousands others that she's been doing, juggling school life, college applications and whatnot. The amount of effort her guru, Srimati Rashmi Sudhindra, may have put together to teach not just the item, but also the story. When we send our child to cultural lessons like dance and music, there is not just the technicality of learning the science of that art form, but it is also that of the culture. The guru assumes the role of mother outside of home. She teaches the child all these beautiful historical references, and I won't call that mythology because it's not a myth anymore. Our culture is so pure and so rich. Not everything can be taught at home. So when Aishi would come back home learning all these beautiful narratives of our Hindu philosophy, the credit would go to her guru, Srimati Rashmi Sudhindra. That is the guru's time away from her own family, her own children, right? So with that thought, a huge round of applause and gratitude and reverence for the guru who does so much more for our children. And if everyone is back in, I think I can step off the limelight and give our star of this evening another round of warm welcome and invite her to stage for this beautiful centerpiece, the Varnam.
ததறின மாதே மலய ಧ್ವಜ ಪಾಡ್ಯ ಸಂಜಾತಿ ಮಾತಂಗವರನ ಗುಹ ಮಾತೆ ಮಲಯ ಧ್ವಜ ಪಾಡ್ಯ ಸಂಜಾತೆ ಮಾತಂಗವರನ ಗುಹ ಮಾತೆ ಮಲಯ ಧ್ವಜ ಪಾಡ್ಯ ಸಂಜಾತೆ ಮಾತಂಗ ಮದನ ಗುಹ ಮಾತೆ ಮಲಯ ಧ್ವಜ ಪಾಡ್ಯ ಸಂಜಾತೆ ಮಾತಂಗ ಮದನ ಗುಹ ಮಾತೆ ಮಲಯ ಧ್ವಜ ಪಾಡ್ಯ ಸಂಜಾತೆ ಮಾತಂಗ ಧಿ ಮಿ ತಾ ಹ ತ ಜಂ ತ ರಿ ತಾಂ ರ ತ ರಿ ತಾಂ ರ ದ ನ ತಾಂ ತ ಕಿ ತ ರ ಕ ದಿ ನು ತ ದಿ ಮಿ ತಾ ಹ ತ ಜಂ ತ ರಿ ತಾಂ ರ ತ ರಿ ತಾಂ ಹ ದ ನ ತಾಂ ತ ಕಿ ಟ ರ ಧಿ ನು ತ ದಿ ಮಿ ತಾ ಹ ತ ಜಂ ತ ರಿ ತಾಂ ತ ತ ರಿ ತಾಂ ತ ತ ನ ತಾಂ ತ ಕಿ ಟ ರ ಕ ಧಿ ನು ತ ದಿ ಮಿ ರ ಹ ತ ಜಂ ತ ರಿ ತಾಂ ತ ತ ರಿ ತಾಂ ತ ದ ನ ತಾಂ ತ ಕಿ ಟ ರ ಧಿ ನು ತ ದಿ ಮಿ ತಾ ಹ ತ ಜಂ ತ ತಾಂ ತ ತ ರಿ ತಾಂ ತ ಜನ ತಾಂ ತ ಕಿ ಟ ತ ಕ ಧಿ ನು ತ ದಿ ಮಿ ತಾ ಹ ತ ಜಂ ತ ತಾಂ ತ ತ ರಿ ತಾಂ ತ ಜನ ತಾಂ ತ ಕಿ ಟ ತ ಧಿ ನು ತ ದಿ ಮಿ ತಾ ಹ ತ ಜಂ ತ ತಾಂ ತ ತ ರಿ ತಾಂ ತ ಜನ ತಾಂ ತ ಕಿ ಟ ತ ಕ ಧಿ ನು ತ ದಿ ಮಿ ತಾ ಹ ತ ಜಂ ತ ತಾಂ ತ ತ ರಿ ತಾಂ ತ ಜನ ತಾಂ ತ ಕಿ ಟ ತ ಧಿ ನು ತ ದಿ ಮಿ ತಾ ಹ ತ ಜಂ ತ ರಿ ಧಿ ನು ತ ದಿ ಮಿ ತಾ ಹ ತ ಜಂ ತ ತ ಕ ಧಿ
ತದಿಮಿತೈ ತದ್ದೀನು ತದಿಮಿತ ಕದೀನು ತದಿಮಿತಾರಿ ತಣ್ಣ ಜಣ್ಣು ತದಿಮಿತ ಅದಕ್ಕದಿಗೋ ಅದಕ್ಕದಿಗೋ ಕರ್ದರಗ ಜಂ ಅದಕ್ಕದಿಗೋ ಕರ್ದರಗ ಜಂ ಅದಕ್ಕದಿಗೋ ಕರ್ದರಗ ಜಂ ತಾರಿ ತಣ್ಣ ಜಣ್ಣು ತದಿಮಿತೈ ಅದಕ್ಕದಿಗೋ ತಕದಿಗೋ ಕರ್ದರಗ ಜಂ ತಕದಿಗೋ ಕರ್ದರಗ ಜಂ ತಕದಿಗೋ ಕರ್ದರಗ ಜಂ ತಾರಿ ತಣ್ಣ ಜಣ್ಣು ತದಿಮಿತ ಅದಕ್ಕದಿಗೋ ತಕದಿಗೋ ಕರ್ದರಗ ಜಂ ಅದಕ್ಕದಿಗೋ ಕರ್ದರಗ ಜಂ ಅದಕ್ಕದಿಗೋ ಕರ್ದರಗ ಜಂ
ಮಾದೇ ಮಲಯ ಧ್ವಜ ಪಾಂಡ್ಯ ಸಂಜಾತೆ ಮಾತಂಗ ಮದನ ಗುಗ ಮಾದೇ ಮಲಯ ಧ್ವಜ ಪಾಂಡ್ಯ ಸಂಜಾತೆ ಮಾತಂಗ ಮದನ ಗುಗ ಮಾತೆ ಮಲಯ ಧ್ವಜ ಪಾಂಡ್ಯ ಸಂಜಾತೆ ಮಾತಂಗ ಮದನ ಗುಗ ಮಾತೆ ಮಲಯ ಧ್ವಜ ಪಾಂಡ್ಯ ಸಂಜಾತೆ ಮಾತೆ ಮಲಯ ಧ್ವಜ ಪಾಂಡ್ಯ ಸಂಜಾತೆ ಮಾತಂಗ ಮದನ ಗುಗ ಮಾತೆ ಮಲಯ ಧ್ವಜ ಪಾಂಡ್ಯ ಸಂಜಾತೆ ಮಾತಂಗ ಮದನ ಗುಗ ಮಾತೆ ಮಲಯ ಧ್ವಜ ಪಾಂಡ್ಯ ಸಂಜಾತೆ ಮಾತಂಗ
ತದ್ದಿಂತಕ್ಕ ತದ್ದಿಂತಕ್ಕ ರಕ್ಕ ತದ್ದಿಂತಕ್ಕ ತದ್ದಿಂತಕ್ಕ ರಕ್ಕ ತದ್ದಿಂತಕ್ಕ ತದ್ದಿಂತಕ್ಕ ನಂಗು ತಕ್ಕ ತದ್ದಿಂಗಿನ್ನ ತೊಂತ ತತ್ತ ತರಿದಿ ತತ್ತ ಜಣ್ಣು ತತ್ತಟಿ ತತ್ತಣ್ಣ ತಜ್ಜಣ್ಣು ತದ್ದಿ ತತ್ತರಿ ತರಿ ತತ್ತಣ್ಣ ತಣ್ಣ ತಜ್ಜಣ್ಣು ಜಣ್ಣು ತದ್ದಿಮಿ ದಿಮ್ಮಿ ತದ್ದಿಂಗಿನ್ನ ತೊಂತ ರದ್ದಿ ಗಿಣ್ಣ ತೊಂತೆ ರದ್ದಿ ಗಿಣ್ಣ ತೊಂತ ತತ್ತ ತರಿದಿ ತತ್ತ ಜಣ್ಣು ರತ್ತಟಿ ತತ್ತಣ್ಣ ತಜ್ಜಣ್ಣು ತದ್ದಿ ತತ್ತರಿ ತರಿ ತತ್ತಣ್ಣ ತಣ್ಣ ತಜ್ಜಣ್ಣು ಜಣ್ಣು ತದ್ದಿಮಿ ದಿಮ್ಮಿ ತದ್ದಿಂಗಿನ್ನ ತೊಂತ ರದ್ದಿ ಗಿಣ್ಣ ತೊಂತೆ ರದ್ದಿ ಗಿಣ್ಣ ತೊಂತ ತತ್ತ ತರಿದಿ ತತ್ತ ಜಣ್ ತರ್ಜಂ 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 ದೀಂ ತತ್ತ ತರಿ ತಾ ತತ್ತ ಜಣ್ ತರ್ಜಂ 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 ತಾಂ ತತ್ತ ತರಿ ತರ್ಜಂ ತರ್ಜಂ ದಿ ತತ್ತ ಜಣ್ ತರ್ಜಂ ತರ್ಜಂ ತಾಂ ತತ್ತ ತರಿ ದಿ ತತ್ತ ಜಣ್ ತರ್ಜಂ 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 ತದ್ದಿ ಗಿಣ್ಣ ತೊಂತ ತರ್ಜಂ ತದ್ದಿ ಗಿಣ್ಣ ತೊಂತೆ ತರ್ಜಂ ತದ್ದಿ ಗಿಣ್ಣ ತೊಂ ತಾಂ ತತ್ತ ತರಿ ದಿ ತತ್ತ ಜಣ್ ತರ್ಜಂ 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 ತದ್ದಿ ಗಿಣ್ಣ ತೊಂತ ತರ್ಜಂ ತದ್ದಿ ಗಿಣ್ಣ ತೊಂತೆ ತರ್ಜಂ ತದ್ದಿ ಗಿಣ್ಣ ತೊಂ ತಾಂ ತತ್ತ ತರಿ ದೀಂ ತತ್ತ ಜಣ್ ತರ್ಜಂ 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 ತದ್ದಿ ಗಿಣ್ಣ ತೊಂತ ತರ್ಜಂ ತದ್ದಿ ಗಿಣ್ಣ ತೊಂತೆ ತರ್ಜಂ ತದ್ದಿ ಗಿಣ್ಣ ತೊಂ
ಮಾದೇ ಮಲಯ ಧ್ವಜ ಪಾಂಡ್ಯ ಸಂಜಾತೆ ಮಾತಂಗ मतङ्गवदन गुग माते मलय ध्वज पाण्ड्य सजाते शातोदरी शङ्करि चामुण्डेश्वरि चन्द्र कलाधरि ताये गौरी शातोदरि शङ्करि चामुण्डेश्वरि चन्द्र कलाधरि ताये गौरी शातोदरि शङ्करि चामुण्डेश्वरि चन्द्रकलाधरि ताये गौरी शातोदरि शङ्करि चामुण्डेश्वरि शातोदरि शङ्करि चामुण्डेश्वरि शङ्करि शातोदरि शङ्करि चामुण्डेश्वरि चामुण्डेश्वरि शातोदरि शङ्करि चामुण्डेश्वरि चामुण्डेश्वरि चन्द्र कलादरि ताये गौरी शातादरि शङ्करि चामुण्डेश्वरि चन्द्र कलादरि ताये गौरी दादा निदद 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 निपम दादा निरि सनि सद नि सद पम दादा निगरि निरि सनि द पनि द म दादा मग म प म ब द प नि नि द म दादा रि स नि द नि दादा म द नि म नि दादा सा स प द नि दादा म ग रि स नि दादा प दादा नि दादा स द रि द म ग रि स नि द नि स नि नि द द प म दादा तक झणु तक दिमि दिमि कीट ताम ताम कुपुं तरि त झणु त सद प म दादा नि गरि नि रि स दिमि तरि कीट झम झम तकीट त त हुं तरि नहुं तरि दादा दृकिट दिमि दा झम दनि तकनं त स स प द नि दादा दृकिट दिमि झम त प दाद तदेक सदा रि झम मगरि स नि द नि द त तरि गिण त्वं दाता सकल कला निपुण चतुर दाता विविध मत समय समरस दाता सुलभ हृदय मधुर वचन दाता सरस रुचिरतर स्वर लय गीत सुखद निज भाव रसिक वरदात महिषूरनाथ नावडी श्री कृष्ण राजेन्द्र रताय सदा पौरे महित हरिकेश मनोहर सदय दाता सकल कला निपुण चतुर दाता विविध मत समय समरस दाता सुलभ हृदय मधुर वचन दाता सरस रुचिरतर स्वर लय गीत सुखद निज भाव रसिक वरदात महिषूरनाथ नावडी श्री कृष्ण राजेन्द्र रताय सदा परे महिते हरिकेश मनोहर सदय दाता सकल कला निपुण चतुर दाता विविध मत समय समरस दाता सुलभ हृदय मधुर वचन दाता सरस रुचिरतर स्वर लय गीत सुखद निज भाव रसिक वरदात महिषूरनाथ नावडी श्री कृष्ण राजेन्द्र रताय सदा पौरे महिते हरिकेश मनोहर सदय माते मलय ब्रज पाड्य सदाते मातंग मदन गुग माते मलय ध्वज पाड्य सजाते श्यामे सकल भुवन सार्वभौमे शशिमण्डल मध्य श्यामे सकल भुवन सार्वभौमे शशिमण्डल मध्य श्यामे सकल भुवन सार्वभौमे
ಧನಂ ಗುದಕತಿ ಗುದಕತ ದಿಗಿಣತು ಗಿಣ ಗಿಣಾಂತ ಧನ ಧನಾಂತ ಧನಾಂತ ತಾಂ 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 ಕದದಗ jam gina ginanta dana dananta danan tam 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 kada jam gina ginanta tam tam jam dana dananta tam tam ginanta dananta kada jam 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 kada jam
ಶಮೆ ಸಕಲ ಭುವನ ಸಾರ್ವಭೌಮೆ ಶಶಿಮಂಡಲ ಬದಿಗೆ ಶಾಮೆ ಸಕಲ ಭುವನ ಸಾರ್ವಭೌಮೆ ಶಶಿಮಂಡಲ ಬದಿಗೆ ಶಾಮೆ ಸಕಲ ಭುವನ ಸಾರ್ವಭೌಮೆ ಶಶಿಮಂಡಲ ಬದಿಗೆ ಶಾಮೆ ಸಕಲ ಭುವನ ಸಾರ್ವಭೌಮೆ ಶಶಿಮಂಡಲ ಮಧ್ಯಗೆ 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 ಮಾಮ ಪನಿರದ ಪಪ ಮಗ ಮಪ ಮಾಮ ನಿರಮ ಸನಿದ ಪದ ಮಾಮ ಪನಿರದ ಪಪ ಮಗ ಮಪ ಮಾಮ ನಿರಮ ಸನಿದ ಪದ ಶಾಮೆ ಸಕಲ ಭುವನ ಸಾರ್ವಭೌಮೆ ಶಶಿಮಂಡಲ ಮಧ್ಯಗೆ ಶಾಮೆ ಸಕಲ ಭುವನ ಸಾರ್ವಭೌಮೆ ಶಶಿಮಂಡಲ ಮಧ್ಯಗೆ ನಿದ ನಿದ ದಪ ಪಮ ಪಾಪ ನಿದ ಪಮಗ ಪಮ ನಿದಮ ಸನಿದ ಪಮ ನಿದ 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 ದಪ ಪಮ ಪಾಪ ನಿದ ಪಮಗ ಪಮ ನಿದಮ ಸನಿದ ಪಮ ನಿದ ಶಾಮೆ ಸಕಲ ಭುವನ ಸಾರ್ವಭೌಮೆ ಶಶಿಮಂಡಲ ಮಧ್ಯಗೆ ಶಾಮೆ ಸಕಲ ಭುವನ ಸಾರ್ವಭೌಮೆ ಶಶಿಮಂಡಲ ಮಧ್ಯಗೆ ಸಾ ಸಾ ಸ ನಿದ ನಿ ಸ ನಿದ ಪ ಮಗ ಮ ಪ ಮ ಮ ಮ ಸ ಮ ಗ ಮ ಪ ಸ ನಿದ ನಿ ಸಾ ಸಾ ಸ ನಿದ ನಿ ಸ ನಿದ ಪ ಮ ಗ ಮ ಪ ಮ ಮ ಮ ಸ ಮ ಗ ಮ ಪ ಸ ನಿದ ನಿ ಸಾ ಸಾ ಸ ನಿದ ನಿ ಸ ಮ ಮ ಮ ಸ ಮ ಗ ಮ ಸ ಸಾ ಸ ನಿದ ನಿ ಸ ನಿದ ಪ ಮ ಗ ಮ ಪ ಮ ಮ ಮ ಸ ಮ ಗ ಮ ಪ ಸ ನಿದ ನಿ ಸ ಸಾ ಸ ನಿದ ನಿ ಸ ನಿದ ಪ ಮ ಗ ಮ ಪ ಮ ಮ ಮ ಸ ಮ ಗ ಮ ಪ ಸ ನಿದ ನಿ ದ ದ ನಿ ಪ ಪ ದ ನಿ ಮ ಪ ದ ನಿ ಸ ಮ ಗ ಮ ಪ ದ ನಿ ಸ ಮ ಗ ಮ ಗ ರಿ ಸ ನಿ ದ ನಿ ದ ಗ ಮ ದ ಶಾಮೆ ಸಕಲ ಭುವನ ಸಾರ್ವಭೌಮೆ ಶಶಿಮಂಡಲ ಮಧ್ಯಗೆ ಶಾಮೆ ಸಕಲ ಭುವನ ಸಾರ್ವಭೌಮೆ ಶಶಿಮಂಡಲ ಮಧ್ಯಗೆ ಶಾಮೆ ಸಕಲ ಭುವನ ಸಾರ್ವಭೌಮೆ ಸಾರ್ವಭೌಮೆ ಸಕಲ ಭುವನ ಸಾರ್ವಭೌಮೆ
Did you all enjoy the Varnam? Right? Let's just recall how we spent the last 25, 30 minutes, right? Aishi brought to life Durga. She brought to life Mahishasura too. Her Utplavana, the jump that she did from stage, off stage, is not easy. One, it's pretty high. Another, she's not wearing her gym outfit here. She has, pretty heavy jewelry. Her hair is tight. Perhaps it's hurting her and she's on ibuprofen or acetaminophen to keep that pain intact. Her feet may be hurting. She's performed 3 or 4 items before that. And she also did the first, about 1/4 of the Varna before she took the leap. And then the costumes and the jewelry and the pressure and, oh my God, what if I don't land, right? That iota of doubt. And to keep up with the rhythm, that is not easy. So huge round of applause. Because that's stage presence. That is where the dancer, when I mentioned earlier that the dancer transforms into an artist, that is really what that is. Because at some point, we all cease to exist. The audience cease to exist. Aishi will then go on to immerse herself into the music, the rhythm, the laya, the swaras, the raga, the bhava, the emotion, and then just do her part. That's pure bliss. So it's difficult to actually, for all of us to explain how she may have felt because that is pure bliss. For her, it's an achievement, but we thoroughly enjoyed. And another reflection is if you saw the Varnam, you saw there were 2 clear segments to it. The first, the slow, the intentional pauses, the jatis, the rhythmic sequences follow, like the first beat, the second, and the third, it progresses. And between each of these jatis, there's an elaborate sanchari. The 2 sancharis that she did, of that of Meenakshi and Mahishasura Mardhini, right? Chamundeshwari. These 2 constitute the first half. Now, in the second half, while many debate that the first is tougher because it's harder to communicate a story. It is easier to do brisk movements, drink up a ton of Gatorade, get the energy pump going, practice hard, have your form in place. And that's really cardio. The nritta, the rhythmic movement aspect of dance is really cardio. But what's tougher, many claim, is to tell a story, to make the eyes speak, to have your gestures convey a meaning to those who really are not very well versed in dance, right? Like many gestures we might not understand, but we understand we are able to put things together because of the way she's portraying. While I agree, I actually think the second half is more challenging because by now it's already 20 minutes of dancing. The artist is really drained. There is no taking a break to go, get a sip of water. The mouth is dry, the feet hurt. But at this point, the choreography also picks up because now she does what is called the tattametta, which is really footwork and then doing the gestures and abhinaya. So look at this. There is the percussion, the mridangam playing the syllables, right? It's following a mathematical pattern. It's playing for the rhythm. And then the vocalist is singing and singing to words which convey meaning. So her rest of her body, her mind is now split into 2. Perhaps the right brain is saying, let's focus on the footwork, keep up with the mridangam. And the right brain is saying, well, I like the vocalist, let's keep up with the abhinaya and gesture. And together, that's beautiful. That's what she portrayed. And that's a very beautiful execution of fine and gross motor skills. And I think Aishi actually nailed every tattametta really, really beautifully. Yeah. And another thing to mention, her guru was not kind on her. The choreography is pretty complicated. It is beautiful, and there is no mercy. All right, okay, you've done the first half. I'm going to keep the second half easy now. I think Guru Rashmi knew the capability. She knew what Aishi can pull through, and she kept that challenge going. So it only got complex. And if you notice, even towards the end, she's bending and holding a pose. Her rhythmic movements, the nritta aspects, even in the second half of the Varnam, are not easy. She's not just standing and doing, she's bending down. She's doing the mandiyadus, what is really using, kneeling down. Those are really hard. They challenge your core strength, especially after having run, So this is not a relay, this is a marathon. And she ran it beautifully. So congratulations, Aishi. And a remarkable performance, yes. So the Varnam is often compared to running a marathon. It demands not only physical endurance, but also unwavering mental focus and emotional resilience. Please join me again in congratulating Aishi on this extraordinary accomplishment, and a warm round of applause for her. One more time, she deserves this. Thank you. We now invite a few special guests whose guidance and encouragement have also been part of Aishi's artistic journey. It is now my pleasure to invite two of Aishi's friends to share a few memories. I would like to welcome Aditi and Ritika De, please. Okay, so here's another instance where Aishi is living up to the challenge her guru is posing and exceeding those challenges. So we were technically meant to give her some break and have a few of her friends come and say a few words for her. But Aishi says, no, I'm ready. I'm in it. I'm pumped up. I've got the adrenaline, and we keep this going. So we're back, and we move on to the sixth item in our margam. It's Sri Ramchandra Kripalu Bhajamana. Before introducing this beautiful hymn, let's all recall a verse that has inspired generations. Ramo Vigravan Dharmaha. Rama is righteousness personified. Few figures in Indian literature embody noble character as completely as Lord Rama. He is the ideal son, the ideal husband, the ideal brother, the ideal king. Yet, what has endured him to millions through the centuries is not merely the strength, but his compassion. Today's composition, Sri Ramchandra Kripal Bhajamana, composed by the great poet Goswami Tulsidas, is a hymn overflowing with devotion. It invites the mind to meditate upon Rama's serene beauty, his lotus-like eyes, his radiant form, his yellow garments, and his unwavering commitment to protect those who seek refuge in him. Unlike the dramatic storytelling of the Varnam, this piece is contemplative. It asks us not to witness battle, but to experience grace. Not excitement, but inner peace. As Aishi interprets these verses through expressive abhinaya, may we all take a quiet moment to reflect upon the timeless virtues of compassion, courage, humility, and dharma. Please enjoy Sri Ram Chandra Kripalu and welcome Aishi with another huge round of applause.
श्रीराम श्रीरामचन्द्र कृपालु भज मन हरण भव भय दारुणम् 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 नवकञ्जलोचन कञ्जमुख करकञ्जपद कञ्जारुणम् नवकञ्जलोचन कञ्जमुख करकञ्जपद कञ्जारुणम् नवकञ्जलोचन कञ्जमुख करकञ्जपद कञ्जारुणम् नवकञ्जलोचन कञ्जमुख करकञ्जपद कञ्जारुणम् श्रीरामचन्द्र कृपालु भज मन हरण भव भय दारुणम् नवकञ्जलोचन कञ्जमुख करकञ्जपद कञ्जारुणम् भज दीनबन्धु दिनेश दानव दैत्यवंश निखण्डनम् भज दीनबन्धु दिनेश दानव दैत्यवंश निखण्डनम् रघुनन्द आनन्द कन्द कौसल्य चन्द दशरथ नन्दनम् रघुनन्द आनन्द कन्द कौसल्य चन्द दशरथ नन्दनम् भज दीनबन्धु दिनेश दानव दैत्य वंशनिखण्डनम् रघुनन्द आनन्द कन्द कौसल्य चन्द दशरथ नन्दनम् श्रीरामचन्द्र कृपालु भज मन हरण भव भय दारुणम् श्रीराम श्रीराम शिरमकुट कुंडल तिलक चारु उदारु अंग विभूषणम् शिरमकुट कुंडल तिलक चारु उदारु अंग विभूषणम् आजानु भुजगर चापधर संग्रामजित खर शिरमकुटकुण्डल तिलकचारु उदारु अङ्ग विभूषणम् आजानु भुजगचापधर सङ्ग्रामगीत खरदूषणम् श्रीरामचन्द्र कृपालु भजमन हरण भव भयदारुणम् श्रीराम 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 इति वदति तुलसीदास शङ्कर शेषमुनिमनरञ्जनम् इति वदति तुलसीदास शङ्कर शेषमुनि मनरञ्जनम् मम हृदय कञ्जनिवास कुरु कामादि खलधर भञ्जनम् मम हृदय कञ्जनिवास कुरु कामादिकलधर भञ्जनम् इति वदति तुलसीदास शङ्कर शेषमुनिमनरञ्जनम् मम हृदय कञ्जनिवास कुरु कामादिकलधर भञ्जनम् श्रीरामचन्द्र कृपालु भजमन हरण भव भयदारुणम् नवकञ्जलोचन कञ्जमुखकर कञ्जपद कञ्जारुणम् श्रीराम श्रीराम
Anything on drama is innately beautiful, especially with the grace that Aishi embodied today and the beautiful composition her guru made for her. This was even more pleasant to watch, wasn't that? परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे. Thus said Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. And what it actually means is, in order for me to preserve the dharma, I will take form again and again. And that is truly embodied in the Rama Avatara. Born as a king, yet humble, showing humility and the obedience. And as parents, having a child like Rama, I mean, I know we all agree on the day-to-day struggles that we have parenting, but Dasharatha surely had his share of cakewalk with Lord Rama, I'm sure, showing us how an ideal child should be, showing us that of an ideal husband, devout, loving, caring, compassionate, and showing us that when it comes to dharma, it doesn't matter who you are. Whether the person is the father, the wife, the child, the brother, doesn't matter. What one needs to uphold and do their duty is to uphold that dharma. And that is what he shows when he sends Sita away, right? How difficult would have been, because in Ramayana, Rama is not portrayed as God. Rama is portrayed as a righteous king, because that's really how we relate to, you know, the king, the person. I can always say, well, he's God, he's got these umpteen amount of powers and wisdom, so he's always doing the right thing. But if God comes before us as another common, our peer, and then shows us the right way of doing things, that is when it is so easy for us to imbibe and embody and walk that life. So that is really the beautiful sequence of Ramayana, and life lessons at every stage. And in fact, even when he is defeating Ravana, Ravana, who is such a great Shiva Bhakta, and he's actually a great scholar himself, except for the Durbuddhi, the ill-fated nature that he had, and all the greed and the lust that's ensued because of that fate, right? That is really how Ravana landed up being who he was. But Rama does not disgrace him. Even while giving him his final verdict to Ravana, Rama embodies grace, kindness, and humility. And that is really something I think all of us in this age, with all the geopolitical situations going on and the war and whatnot, it is time that we embody, and how blessed we are to be born in that culture where all of this is part of our day to day. So thanks to Tulsi Das ji, Sant Tulsi Das, for this beautiful Kriti, very beautifully choreographed by Guru Rashmi Sutindra and beautifully executed here. We will now call upon Aishi's friends, Aditi and Ritika, to say a few words.
Hello. My name is Ritika. I'm Oishi's family friend. I've known Oishi since elementary school, and I've never been so grateful to my parents for introducing me to her. Oishi has impacted me and inspired me so much over the past couple of years. Whenever I was too shy to meet or talk to someone, she always dragged me and showed me that there's nothing to be afraid of. Or whenever I had to try something new, I would always shy away, but Oishi would never let me do that and always show me so many new parts of the world and of her and of myself. She's an amazing, incredible, beautiful person and dancer, and seeing her on stage today shows how proud I am as a friend and as a fellow dancer. This stage is where we first met and where we first performed together so many years ago, and now seeing her today is truly a different experience. She is, in no words can you capture how much patience, time, precision, bravery, courage it takes to be on stage and perform like this for everyone. So Oishi, I am so proud of you. You have grown into such a beautiful person, and I will always support you wherever you go in the future and right now. Yeah, congratulations on this milestone and congratulations on graduating.
Hi, my name is Aditi. Like many of you, I've known Oishi for a long time. We actually met through B College when she was in fourth grade, had a pixie cut, glasses, and a British accent. So we go a long, long, long time together, to the point where I think this year actually marks us moving past halfway through knowing each other for the entirety of our lives. We met basically at 9 years old, and we're both almost about to be 18. From day one, we were always glued at the hip. If anyone knows Oishi, they know that she is loud, energetic, will always take space in a room, and never, ever let anyone else feel like they're unincluded. I know when I was growing up, my parents always wondered if I would find someone like me who, as much the same as Oishi, never wants to stop talking. uh, if we're ever in our house and we're ever going somewhere in a B College event or at Somerset Bengali Association kind of puja, they know the first few people within my list of 5 I'm gonna ask, is Oishi coming? Only she could match my energy from the day one when we went to Key West, where she saw, and I scared her with a little bit of a medical accident. But only she knew that if she stayed the same, that I'd be okay, and that we'd just bounce back as if it never happened. There's not many people in your life that you know you'll be able to be with forever, but I think she is one of my platonic soulmates for life. It's not often that when your best friend walks into the room, the first person she greets is your mother and not you. Every time she comes to my house, the first person she says hi to is her bestie, which is my mom. The amount of joy and passion she has for dance is something that I could never imagine I'd be able to witness in my lifetime. She's such a kind soul. She's so energetic. She's so bubbly. But yet, when she enters this stage, it's almost as if she's a whole new person. Her dedication to her craft, her kindness shines through, and in general, she never ever stops putting her 100% on the stage. Like I said before, Oishi and I are almost two souls intertwined, so only we could convince our parents for spontaneous sleepovers without the special dances needed, with no idea that either of us would ask beforehand. Regardless, I know whatever the future holds for her at IU, it's never going to be too far of a distance for us. Though we don't talk every day, Oishi is one of the people that I know I can always depend on, and I can always be authentically myself. I hope Oishi can hear this backstage, but no matter what happens at IU, I will always be a FaceTime away. Whenever she needs someone to cry to laugh with, or to tell about her day, I will always be there for her. Through B College and our predestined friendship, thanks to our dads, and the strong friendship we hold afterwards, we thank Somerset Bengali Association and B College for all the events that got to keep us together. But most of all, I get to thank Oishi, one of my best friends for life, and I'm so proud of everything she's accomplished. I can't wait to hear about everything she does, and I'm so excited for what our future holds. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Aditi and Ritika. We now have and are honored also to hear from two of Aishi's former dance teachers and mentors. Guru Sudipta Bhanja Chaudhary ji, please come and say a few words. Following that will be Guru Sunrita Kaina ji, please come over.
Thank you. So much has been said about Oishi already by her friends and other people. And I came to know Oishi through Ananda Mandir. You know that Ananda Mandir organizes different cultural programs, and I have the privilege of teaching them the dance. And that is how I came to know Oishi when she was in elementary school. So, so since then, she has been doing dance with us until she reached high school. And she has her companions here also who used to do the dance in a group with her. The most amazing part of who she was so enthusiastic about learning these Bengali dances because it was mainly meant for Saraswati Pujo Bani Bandhana program or other things where we generally present Bengali dances. And she was so interested. In the first rehearsal, she used to ask me, which song are you going to work on this time, Mashi? And as soon as I say that this is the song I have chosen this time, and she would say the entire song, she knows it by heart. And that was exciting for me because it is very hard to find this kind of children who were brought up here, so much rooted to their culture, and she knew every word of it. So when I was teaching the dance, it is not the technicality that she just learned. She gives a different layer to it. And with her soul, the emotions that you have seen today also, the different pieces that she has presented, Khanda Chapu, Varnam, and Ram Bhajan, where she has brought up not only the Bharatanatyam technicalities, but always she has expressed the meaning of each word in the song. So that is the specialty of her dance. I love that, and I dearly respect her guru, Srimati Rashmiji, who has been helping her in developing this beautiful art form. So namaskar, Rashmiji, and congratulations, Aishi. And I hope that you keep dancing and continue this beautiful art form and spread joy all over, wherever you go. Thank you.
Hi, this is Shunrita. Um, I think আমি না লিখে রেখেছিলাম, but I don't want to read those words today. I'm really spellbound. She did a mesmerizing job today. Everybody agreed, right? She is like awesome. You know, I saw so many Arangetram nowadays. You know, they do. I go there, but I feel like that they are not ready. They need more guidance, more practice, more rehearsals. But you know, she did such a awesome job. Avinaya, that is another thing I didn't know about her. She did is such a perfect. Oh my God, the Krishna Nivedane and the Ramachandra. My God, I once আমার চোখে জল এসে গিয়েছিল. It's like so perfect. Every postures are so good, so clean. You know, I'm really proud of her. She's an amazing dancer, but uh, she's a amazing Avinaya person. I didn't know that. মানে এত ভালো অভিনয়া, মানে চোখ, expression, body language, everything is 100 on 100. Because I really wish her good luck. She is my daughter, like I love her like that. Whenever I do, she did so many shows with me. First time I remember in NABC Las Vegas, she did with me the Hasharash. I did the Navarash there. So, and all the expressions he did there, I know I loved it. But I never thought she will do here is like way more than, so she's such a mature acting and then mature dancer and a mature person too. মানে আমি যখনই দেখি ও আমার সাথে যায়, you know, আমরা অনেক কথা বলি, but she is a amazing person inside out. I love her. It's not, I'm not biased, but you know, she did today such a phenomenal job. I wish her good luck. This year also in NBC, she did it. You know, sometimes I do choreography, I forgot. I do one step, then but যখনই আমি কোনো critical choreography করি, I always ask her, can you come? Because what I was thinking, I just say, ki, you know, Aishi, can you do that? I was thinking like that way. And আমাকে তারপরে আর কিছু বলতে হয় না. You know, it's like she's an amazing dancer, amazing person. And today she proved it in and out. Wish her good luck and love you, Babu. Okay, thank you.
They say it takes a village, right? And this clearly shows that there's so much encouragement, support, and love for Aishi from all around. So it was really endearing to hear all the kind words and words of encouragement for Aishi. Okay, we have now journeyed through devotion to Vishnu, witnessed the valor and compassion of Goddess Meenakshi, and reflected on the noble and virtues of Lord Rama. Our spiritual journey now culminates with Lord Shiva, the cosmic dancer, the eternal yogi, and the source from whom Bharatanatyam itself is believed to have emerged. In the Indian tradition, Shiva is not merely worshipped as a deity, he is revered as the Adi Guru of dance. His celestial dance, the Ananda Tandava, symbolizes the eternal rhythm of the universe, creation, preservation, dissolution, concealment, and divine grace. It is said that every beat of the mridangam, every movement of the dancer's feet, and every rhythmic cycle echoes that cosmic dance. It is also said that when river Ganges was tied up in Shiva's jate or the hair, drops fell off. And as the drop fell on his head, his shoulder, and his thighs and rolled down to his feet, it made the sound of tat, dhit, tom, nam, which are the foundational syllables of the mridangam. And thus, the laya, the resonance, got created. We will now witness Mahadeva Shiva Shambho. Our next presentation is Mahadeva Shiva Shambho, composed by Tanjavur Shankarayar in praise of Lord Shiva, the embodiment of auspiciousness and compassion. The composition invokes Shiva through many beloved names: Shambho, the benevolent one; Shankara, the bestower of happiness; Gangadhara, the one who bears the sacred river Ganga in his matted locks; Swayambho, the self-existent Lord beyond time itself. Today's choreography illustrates one of the most celebrated episodes from the Hindu philosophy. When Mother Ganga descended from heaven, her force was so immense that it threatened to destroy the earth. Moved by compassion, Lord Shiva received the mighty river upon his matted locks, gently releasing her as countless streams, transforming destructive power into life-giving grace. Aishi, this is going to be truly tremendous to watch too. So I hope all of you will come back in, be seated, and be ready to witness Lord Shiva embody. And as you watch, notice the contrast between Shiva's immense strength and his profound serenity. He's at once the ascetic seated in meditation, and then the cosmic dancer whose movements sustain the rhythm of the universe. Please put your hands together and welcome Aishi back on stage for the magnificent Mahadeva Shiva Shambho.
महादेव शिव शम्भो 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 श्री मारकोटि सुन्दर प्रभो श्री महादेव शिव शम्भो श्री मारकोटि सुन्दर प्रभो श्री महादेव शिव शम्भो श्री मारकोटि सुन्दर प्रभो श्री महादेव शिव शम्भो रित्तित्तै तं रित्तित्तै धिं धिं तक दिम्मिरिम्मित धिम्मित तक तदिम्मित रित कीट तकत झणुत दिम्मिरज्जं ततज्जं तदिं दिं तां रित्तित्तै रमित्तित्तै धिं धिं तक धिम्मिरिम्मित धिम्मित तक तदिम्मित रित कीट तकत रज्जं ततज्जं तदिं दिं तां रित्तित्तै तं रित्तित्तै धिं धिं रक दिम्मिरिम्मित धिम्मित तक तदिम्मित रित कीट रकत झणुत दिम्मि तज्जं तरज्जं तदिं दिं तां रित्तित्तै रं रित्तित्तै धिं धिं रक दिम्मिरिम्मित धिम्मित तक तदिम्मित रित कीट तकत झणुत दिम्मि तज्जं ततज्जं तदिं दिं तां महादेव शिव शम्भो श्री मारकोटि सुन्दर प्रभो श्री महादेव शिव शम्भो सहस्रकोटि जन पालनाय वर मुनि जन सकल सुरासुर सन्नुत पाद किंकिणी जम जम साधु संत स्वनाय पावन घन 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 नूपुर लय गदि घन 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 विधि हरि सेवित सहस्र कोटि जन पालनाय साधु संत स्वनाय पावन कुडु दिक्कुडु तरि किट किट तकराम कुडु दिक्कुडु तरि किट किट तकरै सहस्र कोटि जन पालनाय साधु संत स्वनाय पावन महादेव शिव शम्भो श्री मारकोटि सुन्दर प्रभो श्री महादेव शिव शम्भो सर्वेश्वर सुगुणाकर मूर्ते तांडवतंबर तमगान विद्यावेद मूर्ते व्याघ्रम शंकर सर्वेश्वर सुगुणाकर मूर्ते तुम त्रिशूलधर तमगान विद्यावेद मूर्ते नंकिडकिडतक नंदी वाहन सर्वेश्वर सुगुणाकर मूर्ते तमगान विद्यावेद मूर्ते परमेश्वर गंगाधर कीर्ते ಪರಮೇಶ್ವರ ಗಂಗಾಧರ ಕೀರ್ತೆ ಪರಮೇಶ್ವರ 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 ಗಂಗಾಧರ 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 ಪರಮೇಶ್ವರ ಗಂಗಾಧರ ಕೀರ್ತೆ ಪರಮೇಶ್ವರ ಗಂಗಾಧರ ಕೀರ್ತೆ ಪತಿತ ಪಾವನ ಶ್ರೀಗೆ ಪಶುಪತೆ ಪತಿತ ಪಾವನ ಶ್ರೀಗೆ ಪಶುಪತೆ ಪತಿತ ಪಾವನ ಶ್ರೀ ಪಶುಪತೆ ತಾಕು ದೀಕು ತತ್ತಿ ತತ್ವಂ ಗಿಡದಗ ಟಂಟಂ ಗಿಡದಗ ದುಡ್ಡ ತತ್ತ ತಾಕು ದೀಕು ತತ್ತಿ ತತ್ವಂ ಗಿಡದಗ ಟಂಟಂ ಗಿಡದಗ ದುಡ್ಡ ತತ್ತ ತಾಕು ದೀಕು ತತ್ತಿ ತತ್ವಂ ಗಿಡದಗ ಟಂಟಂ ಗಿಡದಗ ದುಡ್ಡ ತತ್ತ ಮಹಾದೇವ ಶಿವ ಶಂಭೋ ಶ್ರೀ ಮಾರಕೋಟಿ ಸುಂದರ ಪ್ರಭೋ ಶ್ರೀ ಮಹಾದೇವ ಶಿವ ಶಂಭೋ ಶಿವ ಶಂಭೋ ಶಿವ ಶಂಭೋ ಶಿವ ಶಂಭೋ
I'm curious how Aishi draws her strength and the stamina from, and that gorgeous pose that she held is not easy. I'm sure we all will acknowledge that. But doing that after having danced for about what 2.5 hours now, that is incredible. So huge round of applause. With this magnificent portrayal, we have seen and witnessed devotion expressed in many forms today, like the innocence of Krishna, the majestic Meenakshi, the compassion of Rama, and now the transcendence of Shiva. We now arrive at that joyous celebration that every Bharatanatyam recital eagerly awaits. After hours of discipline and devotion comes pure celebration. It is time to acknowledge and honor the primary Karanakarta, the person who has made this evening possible, Guru Srimati Rashmi Sudhindra. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parah Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. The Guru creates, the Guru nurtures, the Guru transforms. Every precise movement you witness this afternoon reflects years of patient guidance. Every expression has been through careful correction. Every rhythm has been practiced until it became second nature. Every movement has been guided. Where to look, how to look, where to pose, how long to pose. Every little nuance has gone through the funnel of the Guru's eyes for correction, kindness, teaching, and endurance. The Guru does much more than just teaching the choreography. The Guru teaches discipline, humility, perseverance, and respect for tradition. And perhaps more importantly, the understanding that every performance is an offering. So it's not a show, it is an offering, it is a seva. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in acknowledging Guru Srimati Rashmi Sudhindra, whose dedication and guidance have shaped Aishi's artistic journey over the past 9 years. A huge round of applause for the Guru. It is an honor and a great privilege for me to introduce Vidushi Srimati Rashmi Sudhindra, a very dear friend of mine and a very respected and well-known guru within New Jersey and beyond as well. Vidushi Rashmi, a dancer with absolute brilliance and devotion, was born in Mysore. The family that was devoted to fine arts and particularly music. She is the daughter of Sri Nagaraj and Srimati Sushila Nagaraj, who initiated her to take dancing at the age of 3. She is an exponent of Pandanallur style of Bharatanatyam taught by her guru, Dr. Vasundhara Doraiswamy, for 12 years. She secured first place in her Bharatanatyam Vidvat program and has completed her senior examination in Carnatic vocal music. Guru Rashmi has been winning coveted prizes in dance all through her childhood. She has participated in the dance dramas of various illustrious gurus and has won several accolades from press and the public. She has presented many solo performances in festivals such as the Dasara Mahotsava at Mysore, national festivals at Hyderabad, Mumbai, Delhi, Pollachi, Madura, Bangalore, and Hampi. She was also selected by the ICCR, Indian Council for Cultural Relations, and IRCEN, Indian International Rural Cultural Center, to perform in Thailand, Beijing, Xi'an Province, Shanghai, Hong Kong, and Harbin. Rashmi has been living in the US for over 25 years. She has taught and choreographed semi-classical and Bollywood-style dances across the tri-state area and has performed in TV Asia's South Asian program, Staten Island Hindu Temple, New York Kannada Kuta, Triveni Brindavana Kannada Kuta, among other places. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Guru Srimati Rashmi Sudhindra with a huge round of applause.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Good evening, everyone. And my humble pranams to each and everyone, all of you gathered here today, and all the lovers of Bharatanatyam. Today is a very special day in the life of dear student Aishi. And Arangetram is not just a dance performance. It is a tapasya, the result of many years of hard work, discipline, patience, practice, and devotion to this beautiful art form. As a guru, I truly feel happy and proud to stand here today and watch Aishi reach this important milestone. From her very first Adu to today's performance, I've seen wonderful growth not only as a dancer, but also as a confident and responsible young woman. Aishi has always been sincere, punctual, and eager to learn whatever it was nritya, or abhinaya. Every lessons were accepted with dedication and also with an open mind. Whenever I corrected a movement or expression, she practiced it again and again until she became better. That willingness to learn is one of the greatest quality of a good student. Aishi's journey to this Arangetram is very special. We began preparing for this performance only 3 months ago. When Aishi first called me, she asked with great confidence, Miss Rashmi, do you think 3 months is enough? Can I do my Arangetram in that time? Yes, you can, but only if you're ready to practice every single day. Without any hesitation, Aishi replied, Miss Rashmi, I promise I'll practice every single day. I trusted her because I shared my own story with her. I practiced for mine only 21 days before my Arangetram. So I knew that with complete dedication, it was possible. Just 2 weeks ago, Aishi called me again and asked, Miss Rashmi, is it possible to postpone the Arangetram by 1 week? I just smiled to myself and said, I'm sorry, Aishi. It's not possible because I already have other commitments for that week. To be honest, probably I could have adjusted my schedule if I really wanted to, but I knew this wasn't because of she wasn't ready. It was simply the anxiety that ever since student feels before such a big day. Deep inside, she wanted everything to be absolutely perfect. I knew Aishi was ready, and I didn't want her to carry that anxiety to another week. Sometimes a guru also has to know when gently tell a student you're ready. More importantly, I have known Aishi for past 8 years. I know her determination. Once she commits to something, she gives it 100%. Whether it was early in the morning, in the afternoon, or late night, she practiced until she was satisfied. Then she would come and perform it in front of me and ask, Miss Rashmi, are my step correct? Are my expression okay? When can I improve? What can I improve? How can I make it even better? This became her routine almost every day. That shows how dedicated and committed Aishi is, not only in Bharatanatyam, but also in her academics and every other activity she takes up. This preparation happened during one of the busiest time of her life. She had a senior year in high school, graduation celebration, prom, birthday parties, and many other commitments. Yet, she never used any of these as an excuse. She always made time for practice and fulfilled the promise she made to me on the very first day. I'm also especially happy and Aishi never stopped learning outside the classroom. She watched performances by great dancers, carefully observed their expression, movements, and stage presence, and then worked hard to bring these qualities into her own dancing. That eagerness to keep learning has made today's performance even more beautiful. Aishi, today is not the end of Bharatanatyam journey. It is only the beginning. There is always something new to learn, explore, experience in this divine art form. I hope you continue this journey with the same passion, humility, discipline, and dedication for many more years to come. I would also like to thank my heartfelt gratitude to Aishi's parents, Tapsi and Amitava. Thank you for your constant support, encouragement, sacrifices, and trust throughout this journey. Without your love and commitment, today would not have been possible. My sincere pranams and gratitude to my guru, Dr. Vasundhara Doraswamy, whose blessing and guidance continue to inspire me every day. Whatever I teach my students is because of the knowledge and value she has given me. I also would like to thank the musicians who helped me record all the songs which Aishi performed today. That involved even my guru and Rama and Guru Prasad sir. A special thanks to the photographer today and the videographers and the entire team for capturing these precious moments. My sincere thanks to the decoration team for creating such a beautiful stage for today's celebration. Special thanks to you, the sound engineering, Arindamji, for ensuring everything sounded perfect throughout the program. Thank you. I would also like to thank Kirikji. With your ever smiling face and endless patience, you helped us with the auditorium booking, answered all our questions, and you are here before all of us today to open the auditorium for our rehearsals. This is the third Arangetram, third week continuously you have supported us with at this venue, and we truly appreciate everything you do. Thank you so much, Kirikji. I would also like to thank you. A very special thanks to our wonderful MC, my dear friend Deepthi Garg, who graciously agreed to host this evening despite of a busy schedule. Thank you for presenting today's program so beautifully and making the evening flow so smoothly. Thank you, Deepthi. I would also like to thank all our friends, volunteers, and everyone who worked behind the scenes to make today's Arangetram such a memorable celebration. Thank you all for watching and witnessing Aishi today and blessing her. Finally, I thank Aishi, my dear Aishi. May Lord Nataraja bless you with good health, happiness, humility, and success, not only in Bharatanatyam, but in every aspect of your life. May your love for this divine art continue to grow, and may you always uphold its rich tradition with grace, respect, and devotion. Congratulations on your Arangetram.
Congratulations, Aishi. You earned it, well deserved, and such beautiful words by her guru. It's also, every relationship is like fine marriage, right? The guru needs to find the right student, and the student needs to find the right guru. So that's really when resonance happens. So this was one happy marriage, looks like. So great going here. With that, we would like to express our heartfelt gratitude and reverence to Guru Srimati Rashmi Sutindra. I call upon Aishi's parents to kindly come up on stage and honor our beloved Guru. Well, the celebration is not over yet. Rashmi, please stay back. Dear Aishi has something very beautiful to offer as a surprise gift to Guru Rashmi. While a guru's contribution can never be valued, this is a very beautiful gesture of love and affection Aishi has for her beloved Guru. Let's see what that is. This makes me want to go back to dance class. Should all good things must come to an end? Well, this is now at the culmination of this beautiful evening. We have witnessed an amalgam of nearly 7 items so far, with the Varnam at its pivotal point where she showed her excellent stamina, her ability to emote, perform, and just transform from a mere dancer, from a mere student to an artist. We now come to that juncture in the Margam, the repertoire, where we thank you, the audience, we thank the cosmic universe, we thank everyone for giving us this opportunity, this blessing to be able to perform. If the Varnam is at the heart of Bharatanatyam, the Tilana is undoubtedly its smile. The word Tilana immediately evokes energy, brilliance, and exuberance. Built primarily upon rhythmic syllables, the Tilana showcases the dancer's technical virtuosity through sparkling footwork, graceful leaps, elegant turns, and sculpturesque poses. Towards the conclusion, a brief lyrical passage offers praise to the divine before the composition ends in joyful celebration. Notice how the geometry comes alive, how every line in that tilana would be deliberate, every turn precise, every ending pose resembles the sculptures adorning the ancient temples of South India. There is a typical and special joy in watching a tilana because the audience can sense freedom with which the dancer performs. Years of disciplined practice now appear effortless. Tonight's tilana is not merely the conclusion of the recital. It is the celebration of a dream realized. Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy Tilana and welcome Aishi back one last time with a huge round of applause.
गीत द्रोणी गीत कधीम न द्रिद्रिद्रितुम नाच रही गोरिका विदम तई करे देर देर गीत द्रोणी गीत कधीम न द्रिद्रिद्रितुम नाच रही गोरिका विदम तई करे देर देर गीत द्रोणी गीत कधीम न द्रिद्रिद्रितुम नाच रही गोरिका विदम तई करे देर देर गीत द्रोणी गीत कधीम न द्रिद्रिद्रितुम नाच रही गोरी तांदिरम तई तई देर गीत द्रोणी गीत कधीम न द्रिद्रिद्रितुम नाच रही गोरी तद्रोने की तकदीम ना द्रे 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 तुम नाच रही गोरी दिदम तई तदई दिरे दुगे तद्रोने की तकदीम ना द्रे 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 तुम नाच रही गोरी दिदम तई तदई दिरे दुगे तद्रोने की तकदीम ना द्रे 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 तुम नाच रही गोरी दिदम तई तदई दिरे दुगे तद्रोने की तकदीम ना द्रे 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 तुम नाच रही गोरी दिदम तई तदई दिरे दुगे तद्रोने की तकदीम ना द्रे 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 तुम नाच रही गोरी दिदम तई तदई दिरे दुगे तद्रोने की तकदीम ना द्रे 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 तुम नाच रही गोरी दिदम तई तदई दिरे दुगे तद्रोने की तकदीम गीत द्रोणी की तकदी ना द्रे 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 तुम नाच रही गोरी दिदम तई तदई दिरे दुदु गीत द्रोणी की तकदी ना द्रे 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 तुम नाच रही गोरी दिदम तई तदई दिरे दुदु गीत द्रोणी की तकदी ना द्रे 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 तुम नाच रही गोरी दिदम तई तदई दिरे दुदु गीत द्रोणी की तकदी ना द्रे 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 तुम नाच रही गोरी दिदम तई तदई दिरे दुदु गीत द्रोणी की तकदी ना द्रे 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 तुम नाच रही गोरी दिदम तई तदई दिरे दुदु गीत द्रोणी की तकदी ना द्रे 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 तुम नाच रही गोरी दिदम तई तदई दिरे दुदु गीत द्रोणी की तकदी ना द्रे 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 तुम नाच रही गोरी दिदम तई तदई दिरे दुदु गीत द्रोणी की तकदी ना द्रे 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 तुम नाच रही गोरी दिदम तई तदई दिरे दुदु गीत द्रोणी की तकदी गीत द्रोणी की तकदी ना द्रे 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 तुम नाच रही गोरी दिदम तई तदई दिरे दुदु गीत द्रोणी की तकदी ना द्रे 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 तुम नाच रही गोरी दिदम तई तदई दिरे दुदु गीत द्रोणी की तकदी ना द्रे 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 बाज पायल कहो जनन जनन बाज पायल कहो जनन जनन बाज पायल कहो जनन 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 दी जनन 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 दी जनन 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 गीत द्रोणी की तकदी बाज पायल कहो जनन 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 दी जनन 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 दी जनन 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 गीत द्रोणी की तकदी ना द्रे 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 तुम नाच रही गोरी दिदम तई तदई दिरे दुदु गीत द्रोणी की तकदी तान गावी तकत तई तई तान गावी तकत तई 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 तदई तदरे भीम तगिड़ तगदीम भीम तगिड़ तगदीम भीम तगिड़ तगदीम हदतुम गीत द्रोणी की तकदीम ना द्रे 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 तुम नाच रही गोरी दिदम तई तदई दिरे दुदु गीत द्रोणी की तकदीम पद्मनाभ तुम्हारी लीला क्या कहूँ मैं सावरों पदुमनाभ तुम्हारी लीला क्या कहूँ मैं सावरों ताप संकट हरण मायो सोह मरो तुम हरो ताप संकट हरण मायो सोह मरो तुम हरो पदुमनाभ तुम्हारी लीला क्या कहूँ मैं सावरों ताप संकट हरण मायो सोह मारो तुम हरो तदिं तदिं दिरन उदरि ददारि दानि तदिं दिरन उदरि ददारि दानि तदिं दिरन नादित्तं तगणगितग ददरदरदानितं कलरि कलरि तगतदानि तगतदादां तगतदां तदिं दिं दिं तदिगिणदं दिं 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 तगतदिगिणदं दिं 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 तगदिगुददिं गीतद्रुनि गीतक दिं नाद्रिद्रिद्रितुं नाचिरिहि गोरि ताडिदं तैददै दिरिदु गीतद्रुनि गीतक दिं नाद्रिद्रिद्रितुं नाचिरिहि गोरि ताडिदं तैददै दिरिदु ताडिदं तैददै दिरिदु ताडिदं तैददै दिरिदु गीतद्रुनि गीतक दिं ध्रुनि गीतक दिं ध्रुनि गीतक दिं
Beautiful Dhanashri Tillana and beautifully performed Aishi. Every Bharatanatyam recital concludes with a Mangalam, a benedictory prayer that seeks blessings for all. Yet, Indian classical tradition teaches us that endings are never simply endings. They are expressions of gratitude, gratitude to the divine, gratitude to the Guru, gratitude to you all, the audience, and gratitude for the opportunity to learn, perform, and share. In this final offering, the dancer performs the Namaskaram, expressing thanks to the God, the Guru, the orchestra, or the music that has been provided for the stage and the audience before bringing in the evening to a peaceful close. Let's welcome Aishi back on stage one last time as she offers Mangalam and concludes this beautiful Margam for this day.
పవమాన సుతుడు బల్కు పాదార బిందమునకు నినామ రూపమునకు నిత్యజయ మంగళం పవమాన సుతుడు బల్కు పాదార బిందమునకు నినామ రూపమునకు నిత్యజయ మంగళం ప్రయజీవ నయన త్యాగరాజాది వినుతుడైన నీనామ రూపమునకు నిత్య జయ మంగళం 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 మంగళం
The girls will go on if I don't step in, so I'm going to just forcefully step in anyway. There's a beautiful saying that goes, art is never truly mastered. It is lovingly pursued for a lifetime. Today, we have witnessed not the conclusion of Aishi's training, but the beginning of a lifelong artistic journey. 9 years ago, a young girl entered her dance class with curiosity and enthusiasm. Today, she stands before us as a confident young artist who has demonstrated discipline, grace, resilience, and devotion. Alongside her accomplishments in academics, music, leadership, and competitive events, Bharatanatyam has remained a constant source of inspiration and expression in her life. An Arangetram is not measured by flawless technique, it is measured by the sincerity of the offering. It is measured by the humility with which knowledge is received and by the joy shared with others, clearly evident this afternoon. And before we conclude, let us express our heartfelt appreciation to everyone who made this evening memorable and even possible. First and foremost, to Guru Srimati Rashmi Sudindra of Navaranjita Performing Arts, for years of patient guidance. Yes. Unwavering encouragement, and for shaping not only a dancer, but an artist. To our wonderful music that whoever has recorded and sung and given it to us under the Guru's guidance, whose artistry transformed every movement into music and every rhythm into life. To Aishi's parents, Mrs. Tapsi Majumdar and Mr. Amitava Chell, whose love, sacrifices, and unwavering support made today's milestone possible. The primary doers, right? To Aishi's family, relatives, teachers, friends, and well wishers, thank you for encouraging her throughout this journey. And finally, to each one of you, our dear audience, your attentive presence, warm applause, and blessings have really made today's afternoon possible. We do need to mention some key names who have contributed immensely, and we are thankful for their support this afternoon. I would like to call Suchitra Bhuvanagiri, a dream decors for their wonderful support with this beautiful decor on stage here. Thank you. With light and sound support, Arindam Kuila of AZZ Sounds. Thank you so much for your support. Yes, sir, we need you down here. Or do you need a... There he is. I must mention, I couldn't see him from down here. It actually blacks out, so I actually can't see any face. But we somehow had our conversation in light and darkness. So thank you. Video and photography, those memories that will stay with Aishi for a lifetime. Thank you, Mr. Ajoy and Mr. Karthik of Jayesh Productions. Please come up. Giving us some delicious delicacies here with food and refreshment, Mr. Sabyasachi from Taste of Bengal. Please come up. All right, while we wait, facility management, Mr. Kirit Dalal, sir, thank you so much. Of Anand Mandir. You've always been supportive and cooperative and helped us in many ways. Thank you for your support. Please come up. I don't know how that happened. Thank you. Well, bittersweet moment here. It's been a pleasure being part of this celebration, having had an opportunity to speak to such beautiful kritis and all the deities and all the beautiful Hindu philosophy that we got to see on stage and to speak about it. And allow me to leave you with one final thought. Classical dance teaches us that perfection is never the goal. Presence is. Every step taken with sincerity becomes worship. Every movement offered with humility becomes prayer. Every performance shared with love becomes a blessing. May Aishi continue to dance with the same curiosity that brought her to the very first class, the same discipline that carried her to the stage, and with the same joy that has filled us all with today. On behalf of the Chell and the Majumdar families, thank you for being part of this unforgettable celebration. And we wish Aishi many years of continued learning, blissful performances, and abundant blessings. Please join us for dinner right after. And with that, I bid adieu. Thank you. Shubharatri.
Just wait there, please. Before we end, last but not the least, we need to felicitate Ms. Deepthi. So she did a wonderful job for emceeing for the whole evening, entire program, and explaining us the storytelling about Arangetram. It was new for us, for many of us, but she explained very well. Thank you, Dipti. Aishi.
Hi everyone, I'm trying to make this short. I know everyone's hungry, I am too. Promise ভালো খাবার আছে আর আমরা খেতে পারবো. So don't worry. So I want to start by thanking you all for coming today to celebrate this milestone with me. And I truly hope you enjoyed this evening. I can't go on with this speech without giving my thanks to the amazing people who made this event possible today. So thank you again to Arindam Uncle for ensuring all our audio worked flawlessly. Thank you to Shuchitra Aunty for the beautiful decorations on the stage, outside, and all around. Thank you to Ajay and Karthik Uncle for helping us capture this special day and for setting up a live stream for those who could not be here. Thank you so much, Deepthi Aunty, for being an absolutely amazing MC and bringing the audience through each of the pieces. But there's one person without whom none of tonight would exist, and that's Rashmi Aunty. For 8 years, you shaped not how I dance, but how I carry myself, catching every unturned wrist and unpointed toe and steadying me every time the nerves kept in. There was a point where I wanted to quit, where I truly didn't think I could pull this off. And I'll never forget you calling me, talking me through it, and refusing to let me give up on myself. You've pushed me forward again and again, even when I couldn't see it myself. What I'll miss most about class, although, are not just the dances, it's the way that class always felt lovely with the way you would ask me about my week and we would talk about DDN or Temptation or Bhangra or just something random during the day. You taught me that Bharatanatyam is never only movement. It's discipline, it's devotion, it's a thread back to where my family comes from. Because of you, I never danced a story without understanding it, and I never stepped on stage without remembering that this is an art which is an offering to God. Thank you so much for everything, truly. To my family and close friends, so many of you have watched this journey unfold over the past 8 years, and I carry all of that support with me tonight. A special thank you to my friends Devna, Isha, Ritika, both Ritikas, Aditi, Rishita, who's also miles away, for always showing up for me and making this day possible. And thank you, obviously, to everyone, all of my friends who helped me backstage and were here for me, supporting me through. And to the two people who I owe the most, my mom and dad. Baba. Baba, you were always there as my chauffeur to any dance class, and you stayed by my side when I needed to laugh after a tough day or encouragement to keep pushing on. Ma, you handled 1,000 little details behind the scenes and still somehow always had time to sit with me when I needed to talk about how I was not doing well in school or I was stressed about dance or anything else. Everything you both poured into today is something I will carry with me for the rest of my life. I could not have done this without either of you. Thank you. Okay, I know I said I'll keep this short, so I'll finish quick, but the girl who nervously walked into her first dance class 8 years ago would have never pictured this day. And if you told her she'd be completing her Arangetram, stand here talking in front of a room full of people, she'd have laughed in disbelief. These 8 years have challenged me, grounded me, and quietly become one of the biggest parts of who I am. There were moments I wanted to walk away, and getting to this stage means all the more because of them. The discipline, the sense of devotion, the people I've grown close to along the way, Those are the gifts only this art could have given me. So I don't see tonight as a finish line, I see it as a starting point. As I head up to college this fall, I wish to keep dancing in whatever form I can and to hold on to everyone who helped me get here. Thank you all for spending your evening with me. Your presence truly carried me through every piece tonight, and it's what I'll carry forward. Thank you so much.
Aishi, please be on the center stage. On behalf of everyone, we would like to congratulate Aishi. Now it's our turn for closing vote of thanks. Hi everyone, distinguished guests, family and friends. As this beautiful evening draws to a close, our heart is filled with immense gratitude. Witnessing Aishi's performance tonight has been an emotional and proud moment for our family. This grand milestone was made possible by their collective efforts, love, and dedication for so many incredible individuals. We would like to thank all of them.
First and foremost, our deepest gratitude goes out to Guru Srimati Rashmi Sudhindra and the entire team at Navaranjita Performing Arts. Guru Rashmi, you have been Aishi's guiding light for the past 8 years. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for all your continuous tireless efforts in grooming her. From meticulously handling her stage makeup to the flawless execution of this entire program, your dedication has been unparalleled. You truly transformed her into the dancer we saw on stage tonight.
We would also like to express our appreciation once again to our incredible musicians, our stunning decor team, the sound and light technicians, our production team, our wonderful venue coordinators, our creating team, and our amazing MC. We want to thank you once more for making this event a grand success. Thank you.
Before we conclude, we must talk about the true architect of tonight's event, Aishi herself. Beyond her rigorous dance practice, she completely managed all of these event arrangements from start to finish. From the initial planning and identifying the right teams for every single section to guiding us through all the operational details, she took charge of it all. Kudos to her for demonstrating such incredible maturity, leadership, and passion. She didn't just dance tonight, she brought this whole vision to life. Aishi, we are so proud of you. A very special thank you goes out to Aishi's wonderful friends who rolled up their sleeves to help organize this event and who have always stood firmly beside her throughout this journey. A special mention to our Six Musketeers team with Siri, Isha, Devna, Ritika, and Ishita. You guys rock. Your love and pressure behind the scenes, presence behind the scenes, mean everything to us.
And finally, to all of you, our esteemed invitees, you have been a vital part of Aishi's journey in various forms and capacities over the years. Without your constant support, ongoing encouragement, and heartful blessings, it simply would not have been possible for her to become an accomplished person and dancer she is today. Thank you all from the very bottom of our hearts. As we bring the formal stage performance to a close, we would love to open the floor for photo sessions with Aishi on stage. The dinner buffet is also officially open, so please go ahead and enjoy the wonderful spread. Please join us in the celebrations, enjoy the dinner, and have a beautiful rest of your evening. Thank you all. Thank you so much for being here and celebrating with us. Thank you. Come to the pictures.
Yeah, yeah.
Indro, we can open this door. Yes.